Welcome to the 5th ever Black Boy Joy Roundtable. This one's all about the HBCUs. So we got a couple grads with us today, and we go just get to discussing what it's like and how it kind of steered our creative journeys, things of that nature. I got 4 amazing Black creators with me today from all over our corner of the internet. I'm about to pull them up right now, so y'all go ahead and get ready and give it up for them. All right, gents, we on camera. We live. What is going on? It's good to have y'all here. Welcome in. Happy homecoming season as well.
Hey, homecoming!
You already know it's homecoming, y'all. Like, for many of us, it was the week before, it was the week after.
Gotta love that homecoming.
Gotta love it. I'm still tired from my tailgate. I ain't gonna lie to you. We go get into all that in 1 minute. But for those of you who don't know, those of you who are new here, this is the Black Boy Joy Roundtable. This is a little, fireside chat I like to have with other Black male creators, because a lot of the times we don't get to express ourselves very joyfully on or off the internet. So, this is the time for us to just sit back, shoot the shit, kick it, and just, talk about a common area topic. This one's all about HBCUs. For those of you who do not know, HBCU means historically Black college and university, which means it's an all Black school. And in some cases, it's one gender in my case, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So I would like to start by introducing my guests. We'll start from the top and go all the way down. Boom Pow Surprise, welcome in. Could you give us your school major and where your HBCU is located, and show off your paraphernalia a little bit?
Yeah, so I went to Winston-Salem State University, which is conveniently located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Major was mass communications, broadcasting, both TV and radio. And you said what, the merch check?
Yeah, merch check real quick.
Some a little slight,
Like the W, okay. Big W.
Big W.
That's what this event's gonna be, a big W. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Good to have you. For those of you who don't know, a lot of us call him Preacher Man, because Boom be spitting that good word to us creators. So I'm glad to have him up here.
We need it.
We need it. We all need it. Like big or small, we all need to hear stuff like that. All right, next up, we got the legend Casey L. Nelson in the building.
You know me.
Most of y'all might know. Go ahead, speak your shit, bro.
Most of y'all might know me. I'm Casey L. Nelson, variety streamer, but I like to think of myself as an eclectic personality streamer. Coming from the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, October 3rd, 1887. What? Shout out homecoming, HBCU pride. And it just little fit check. Shout out to the FAMU LA chapter. I got this recently. I thought I debuted on the round table. Couldn't help it. Being surrounded by these amazing 5 of us together, but 4 gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. I actually like that shirt, the LA part.
Thank you. I graduated in 2014. I was a double major, music industry studies and electronic engineering and technology.
Love that. Good to have you, Casey. Good to have you, my boy. Been waiting to collab with you.
Let's get it.
All right, next up, we got a friend of the channel, Outlawed, in the building. Also a member of the Blurs Unite team. Shout out to Blurs Unite. We are a main event for Block Party 9. Big ups to the homie Be Nice or Else and all the crew in BU. Always showing me love. So what's good, Outlaw?
What's up with you? What's up, everybody else? How you doing, chat? My name Outlaw, Trey, Kenny. Whatever you call me, as long as my name, I appreciate you. Co-founder of Blurs Unite. I went to Central State University,
Okay. That classic look.
Just sleek and simple, man. Sleek and simple. I don't need to be flashy. I just, I'm here. Graduated 2014, majored in psychology, minor in criminal justice. Currently working on my master's and PhD. So I'm locked in right now. So if y'all see me streaming, I'm streaming. If y'all don't see me streaming, I'm studying.
So that's where you've been at. That's where you've been at. I was like, I ain't see y'all in a minute, but glad to have you on there. Glad you can make the time.
I just had the Monster Hunter Gauntlet on Friday, so that was my first day back. So I got my schedule. I'm gonna post that after the event today. So I'm gonna post my schedule. So I'm back at it. I'm about to be grinding. We got the Pokemon League coming up, so I got some stuff we working on. So yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Y'all ain't gonna miss me too much longer.
Bet that. And you know, like we got everybody represented from somewhere here. We got that community in here. We got the guild in here, the Black Guild. We got Blurs Unite. We got the Island. We got, big creators, former big creators, however you want to call it these days. We don't know. Shout out to Redacted. Anyway,
Yep.
last but certainly
I'm
not
from
least.
Detroit. My bad.
Oh, big ups Detroit.
I forgot that part.
Last but certainly not least, we actually have a hometown homie, a fellow Texan in the building. Texas Gamer is in the building. What's good, gang? What's there?
What's happening? Let me get my fit check. I got my ocean hat on. You know what I'm saying?
He said he got the
Yes.
brim.
Ooh,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at the
Pants on,
Came
boy,
out here with
you
the
know what I'm
boxing
saying?
shorts on.
This short's
Came out
tough.
swinging.
got my towel on, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
You know it's hot in Texas. Yeah.
He said he got the brim fitted. He ready.
Yeah. And I got my
He
my
got me.
little straight
He
hand
got
stuff,
me,
you know
chat.
what
I
I'm
didn't
saying?
bring no March 100 Amelia with me.
Mhm.
I'm finna run to the room.
My
That
little
Ocean
Michael
of
straight
Soul.
hand thing.
Oh, yeah.
Ocean
Yup.
of Soul.
Big up. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
Look,
Wait a minute. I might need
That
that.
bitch hard. I ain't
Look,
even gonna hold you.
I'll explain it in a little bit. Let me
We
introduce myself
definitely
first.
gonna
Ocean
get
of
to
Soul.
that.
That man be piping. They be piping.
Now, real quick,
Yeah.
school major and where it's located, especially the where it's located part. I'm gonna be a little biased towards my hometown. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, I got you. So, what's y'all? What's greetings? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy TS Gamer 7. How y'all doing? Houston, Texas, born and raised. HBCU I'm representing today is the Texas Southern University. Class of 2018, bachelor's, communications, minor in music, and master's, class of 2020, majored in digital communications. Let's see here. Y'all see me stream every day.
We applaud extended education.
We applaud
You feel
extended
me?
education.
You feel me? You
got
gotta
to.
you gotta extend your education because it's just all about the growth, you know what I'm saying? But just because I got a master's don't mean that I know everything. So I continue to even study outside of that.
As you
Um,
should.
also, organization I was obviously a part of is the Ocean of Soul. I marched 2012, 2016. I played trumpet, crossed my section, whoop de doo.
It's good to have you, my boy. It's good to have you.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoop-dee-doo.
Flipping do. And this shirt here that y'all see, this is from 2014 when I marched, and that was the year that Michael Strahan was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So when we traveled out there, we were given these customized jersey style shirts that we had as travel shirts and stuff like
Lit.
that to that. Oh man, the march
That's
though,
lit.
that was crazy. The march was crazy. We died on the freaking hill trying to go up for like 3, 4, 5 miles. I'll never forget that. They kept saying,
Goodness
we're almost
gracious.
there. So fun fact, somebody say we're almost there. It's kind of like a PTSD word to me.
I got you. We be conscious.
Oops, sorry, we just got raided, and I forgot to mute my raid alert. But big ups to
Big
the Black
body
Boy.
raid.
I don't
Big
know
body
why
raid.
everybody's getting timed
Big
out.
body raid.
Streamlabs
Come on,
on
Raid.
one. It could be the caps. It could be the
Dang.
all caps. Like, it might be too many all caps. Y'all might have came in a little too hot. Urban Samba,
Came
my
in
boy.
heavy.
Big ups to Urban Samba. Appreciate you coming
They
through
said
with the
all
raid.
y'all leave.
Oh yeah. It came in too hot. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
sick work.
Sorry
That's
about
sick
that.
work.
But thank y'all so much for the raid.
Now that
Be
who
Nice
all gonna
changed
be
his
there,
name.
man?
I'm like, who? I was like, who is this? Like, Urban Samba, I'll let you
Yeah.
slide today. You got it today. All right, but welcome in, Raiders, y'all. Just in time. We just got through with intros, so if you don't know, you go learn eventually who these gentlemen around me are. Get into my school, of course. If you've been around me enough, you already
Get
know
into it. Yep.
the mighty Morehouse College, class of 2011, major in marketing, business administration. And boy, do I put that to use nowhere better than my streaming career. But that's located in Atlanta, Georgia. As most of y'all know, got my degree up there. Y'all can't see it, but my real name's in there. Y'all can't see the whole thing. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Let's go ahead and get it started with the orientation section of everything. And y'all can answer these in any order. Whoever wants to jump out first, or I'll call. I'll just randomly call on somebody. When did you first learn about HBCUs, and how were you exposed to them? We can start with Casey.
For me, it was, hey, I've known about them so long. It's like, was there ever a time I didn't? I grew up down the street from Savannah. I grew up in Savannah, Georgia, down the street from Savannah State University. Went to the homecoming every year. Black radio stations. You're gonna hear about the HBCU eventually. I was in the marching band, so out the womb. I'm gonna go out the womb. Can I answer that? Can I say that?
That's
chat?
that. Hey,
Out the womb.
that works.
It is what it is. It works.
If it's
It
accurate,
works.
Like if it
Yeah,
fits.
that's when I-
if it's accurate.
Yeah, whoever wants to go next, feel free to jump in at any time.
Okay, for me, I want to say maybe I've heard of them like maybe throughout school, like when I was in like public school. But then when I moved to the suburbs, you kind of didn't hear about it. So maybe middle school when I got to my new church, because my pastor, he was a Q, and he used to tell me about a lot of HBCUs and stuff. And that's kind of what like sparked my attention. But when I found out about Central, it was my cousin that went there. So that was really what got me like looking.
Okay, legacy, a little legacy in the building. I love to see it. For those of you who don't know what legacy is when, you know, you have a family member or someone who's part of a school or organization and you kind of just follow in their footsteps, but it's your own path. You know, I alwaad like to add that part.
Not to be confused with paper.
Yeah, not to be okay. we doing this already? Lord of mercy.
When they say, "Oh, courage, return the slab."
Too much. All right, Boomer Tex, y'all can jump in.
So for me, here's the crazy thing about it is like both my parents went to HBCUs. Both of them went to the same HBCU. That's where they met, right?
Hey, HBCU love.
Until I was in high school. So when I was in high school, I'm not about to age myself, but when I was in high school, I went to a magnet high school, and it was a technology school. So it was very much like you got to go to college. You got to go to college. If you ain't going to college, you ain't doing no with your life. They was pushing that on us hard. But also being a black kid from the inner city, like I ain't got a whole lot of money. So ended up just looking at different financial options that actually worked, or had to like go with an option that actually waived the application fee. So I applied to Winston-Salem, applied to A&T, and a couple others. Now, low key, I didn't even really know what an HBCU was even then. It wasn't until like probably I was going to the school that I was just like, oh, so all y'all look like me. Oh, so we all black in here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Boom. Just so you know, you do sound a little low to the chat, so I turned you up as much as I could, but maybe a little bit low.
I had checked it. It sounded cool to me, but I don't know.
I can hear you, but just making sure the chat can hear you as well.
Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, you coming in pretty clear to me.
Okay,
So you should be good. All right, Texas, what's your story? Your origin story?
All right, for me, let's see here. What can I start? So basically, my sister, because I have two older sisters. I got one half and just one full blood sister. So my full blood sister, of course, she's the one that I pretty much followed through a lot of things. She already went Texas Southern, and she got her bachelor's and her master's in like biology and stuff like that before she ventured on and got her, doctoral degree in veterinary medicine. Sister Cole.
That's black excellence right there.
So,
God damn.
Yeah.
That was black
So,
that's
with
amazing.
my parents and stuff, they didn't really necessarily get to complete school. My dad, he did some college. My mama didn't get to have that much college, but both of them, two of the smartest people I know, especially hard working, right? But then coming to Texas Southern, I realized I also had a legacy there as well. I didn't really realize how many cousins I got that went there, how many, old family members, et cetera, whether it's, just student, Greek, sorority. I had no idea until like after the fact. I didn't even know one of my older cousins is an old member of Funk Train, which is the drum section at Texas Southern. I had no idea. I was just like, why y'all ain't tell me this, man? This is like, this is blowing me up right now. That's why I keep seeing y'all here. It's like, yeah, man, you should have asked questions. I was like, why am I ask questions when I don't even have them? Just gonna pop up anyway. But like, that's my legacy thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just basically just trying to be the representation of what my parents would love to have done. and they see that as me and my sister both being like, pretty much the first people to like actually graduate within our family just to like go further, So
I feel it. That's
that's my
amazing.
origin.
That's what it's
Y'all
about. Taking
That's
the
what's
family
up.
legacy.
y'all was exposed in a great way. Like from birth, like, later on, it don't really matter as long as you got there. That's really
Mhm.
all that matters. I was exposed pretty early on. I've had cousins go to all sorts of HBCUs. Like, I got a cousin went to FAM. I got a cousin went to Hampton. My auntie went to TSU for law school.
Mm.
Like, it's just all over the place. I was the first one to venture out and go to Morehouse. So, they were particularly proud that I picked, low key the best one. But that's
All right, let's go.
neither here
Turn it
nor
out,
Here we go
there.
with
chat.
the
It's
shade.
time. I was waiting for it. Like,
It was,
Here you go.
we got a little bit of an ego, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm
Yeah,
not the worst. I'm not. Even I look at them niggas like, what, bro? It's just relax.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what
Yeah.
you mean. Like, a lot of times people like FAMU. I've heard some old heads call it fashion and modeling university, and I'm like, hey, I just want to step outside with a t-shirt and some shorts. I don't want to do all that.
Oh man, that's a good one. I ain't heard that one.
I feel you on
that
that.
was a new one for me.
So what made you guys choose your HBCU? Like, what was like that deciding factor that was like, yeah, I'm gonna go here. This is it.
Shoot, I'll go first on this question, man. I've been waiting to answer this question.
Oh,
all my
okay.
life.
Oh boy.
right.
He said all my life to this day.
To this day, anyway. What made me go to my HBCU is the fact that, for one, I was still trying to like understand exactly what a HBCU was, and plus I was really trying to like hone in on the acronym itself, right? But um, y'all may not know, but a lot of people in my area or like in the city would like look down on Texas Southern, and because for one, it was way more affordable to go here, and two, they was willing to accept whoever they could, and give them an actual ease of a way to become educated, right? Give them some kind of opportunity. You compared to like other schools that we got here, like got the community college, and there's nothing wrong with community college. Just get your education how you can. But the background that I was instilled upon, because I went to a high school called Yes Prep. Anybody heard of Yes Prep before?
I have. I've heard of it.
I hate that place. I'm just gonna let it be known. I hate that place. I hate that place. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for some of the things, like the friends that I've had there, the mentors I had, which is like literally a handful. I'm not even gonna talk about the rest of the stuff, but it was a handful of mentors that I actually had that had my back. The friends and the SAT class. It is what it is. Once I was finally able to get out of there and I went to Willow Ridge, then everything just elevated up higher. So it's like they was really suppressing. Yes, Prep was suppressing my knowledge about HBCUs.
Mm.
We even toured one, but they didn't even know what it was. I was just like, okay, while we here, and it's on a rainy day, that kind of stuff. But yeah, they really suppressed a lot of my knowledge, and with them or with the city always deeming the fact every time something bad happens in Houston, in that particular area where TSU is, which is in Third Ward, we got a whole other college campus across the way, which is University of Houston, or otherwise known as U of H. Stuff happens over there, they'll just blame it on us. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna try to be a bigger person and just like really get to experience this stuff for myself. Besides what the media and the news try to let us know about, and just why is the school so bad? And I go
Yeah.
over there, I get a whole different experience than what people keep talking about on the news.
Exactly.
Way different experience, bro. I'd have met so many people and still connected with a lot of my teachers today that have molded me. So it was just like, I guess you could say I went because I not only wanted the challenge, but I really wanted them media and stuff like that to really be proven wrong as to, why y'all always looking down on black people.
Exactly.
That's a good
I
answer.
don't appreciate that.
It's funny that you mentioned that parallels like the stigma and the myths about HBCUs, because I definitely remember when I solidified that I wanted to go to HBCUs, certain like counselors at your high school.
Mm-hmm.
But at like it take that. I'm not saying no names, but certain counselors will pull you aside. Come here, baby. I know what you're trying to do. Yeah, that's a great university. Come here. Let me. And I know it's not everybody in high school has that. I'm saying it without saying it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
But to answer that question,
Don't
like,
worry, because I'm gonna tap in.
I
on
get
it.
it. I get it. I
It's
get
gonna be
it.
good.
I
I was
had the
like-
same situation, bro. I had the same situation.
Don't worry, I'll
man.
tap in.
and he was
on it.
not my assigned counselor. Like the person who helped me was not my assigned counselor from my senior year. It came from someone who was not my assigned counselor. That was straight up. But for
Yeah, I
me,
always
it
have
was.
them.
I was a band kid, so I was already exposed to like
Same here.
listening to different YouTube videos and stuff like that. I marched in the March 100, trombone, KK side across 2010. Was 10 spring 10, and I'm actually all right. Before I get into the like, you can't use this later because I'm gonna talk trash. But I applied to Morehouse. I applied to Cookman because I went to there for band camp. My middle school, high school, they helped me. They paid for band camp there. I went to Morris Brown College band camp as well.
Mm.
But by the time it was time for me to go to school, it wasn't. They weren't not a thing. They weren't an option.
Yeah.
And then what this connects back to my ancestors. My grandmother's sister passed away, and she went to FAMU, and I heard all these great things about her being in the tennis, being a lifeguard. It made me become a lifeguard when I got there at the pool over the summer. Yeah, so I went to FAMU because around the time it was time for me to choose, I was listening to band tapes, and then my family member passed away.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
had multiple. You had a passionate reason, and you had a legacy
Yeah.
reason to go for real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what's up. That's deep.
Mhm.
That's deep. I think
Yeah.
for me, well, not. I told y'all my cousin was going there, so I didn't even. Crazy thing, I wasn't even going there. I was not going at all. Like, so I went to I lived in the city, so I was surrounded like with black people, but I went to a school in the burbs, so my school experience was completely different.
Yeah.
So when I talked to counselors and stuff, it was always U of M, Michigan State, Central Michigan, like really Michigan schools. So it's like I go to Michigan State because that's where everybody from the city go to. You know, I know black people. So, but I was talking to my cousin one day, and I literally didn't even have an application for Central. Like it wasn't even sent out. I did the application maybe a month before like freshman orientation. And I was talking to my cousin. She was like, I think you should need to just get out to Michigan. I was like, I was like, it sounds good, but that's far, like out of home. Like I was like, at least at Michigan State, you know, that's 40 minutes away. I could go back home if I want to. She was like, don't do it. I'm telling you. I was like, all right. So I did the application, not even thinking I was gonna get accepted because Michigan State, like everywhere in Michigan accepted me because I had good grades. And then I played football, so I had football scholarships. So
Okay.
it was like, I did my application, I got accepted, and I was like, I still don't know if I'm gonna go. Like I got accepted, and then in my head, I went down there for like a visit because they told us that we were coming down to visit and do all this different stuff. And then when I got down there, we did it ended up being an orientation, and they was like, all right, parents, y'all could take them to their dorms. And I was like, the fuck? Wait, I'm staying? Like,
Got kidnapped.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
how
like
you
fate
gotta
to
trick a
me.
brother to education. You gotta
Right. Sounds like they pushed you out the car and was like, "Yep, you're here now. Bye."
I'm getting ass, Bobby. Drove off.
no, we
Don't
didn't know
call.
we thought we were just going down there like to see the school, see about everything. They
Yeah.
were gonna tell us like how the first classes was gonna go if I decided to go. But then they assigned rooms and stuff, and then it's assigned classes, and I was like, well, you know, that probably ain't too bad. I kind of like being down here anyway. I ain't like it the whole first little month I was there. I was mad as hell. I'm like, I should have just went to state. I was mad. Oh boy, I was mad. But I got enticed. I had got a scholarship. And this what really made me hate it. The scholarship that I got, it was a partial scholarship. So it was like half my tuition because my grades paid for the other half and then football paid for a quarter. So when I got there, I was trying to get the information for the scholarship, but they told me it didn't exist. And I got mad as hell because a councilwoman is the one who told me about the information and I sent the stuff out. So my whole entire first month there, I was trying to figure out how to get this money that didn't exist. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
what they ended up doing, I wrote a complaint to the city council like in Michigan. She ended up not being a city councilwoman no more and everything. Like, because my best friend to this day, we got there on the same situation. So they ended up paying for all my books. I never paid for books like the time I was there. I was getting books I ain't even need. I'm like, y'all need a book? What book y'all need? Like, I got
Not you
books for the
slinging
love.
books. Not
Look,
you
I'm
slinging books.
shooting. Look, I'm
Got
from
them
Detroit. We
paperbacks,
gonna
boy, that
hustle
digital
somewhere. I'm like, well,
codes.
how much is your book? Give me $100.
I got that Central University edition. What's up?
Chad, I want y'all to peep how we all reacted to his scholarship kind of not being all the way together.
That's wild.
Yes, man.
Because it's like we've
That's
all
the
heard
one
stories like this
thing.
You think it was
before.
wild? I got sent there thinking, I was like, you know what? I got a scholarship. It ain't gonna be too bad, you know. But then I didn't think the
Man.
orientation was me moving in, so that doubled on me. That doubled on me being like, what the fuck? And then they was like, oh yeah, we never heard of this scholarship, and I was like, huh? What the? I know you lying because y'all came to my city and we met at a church that didn't have air.
Y'all was at my
Like-
trunk party at the church.
I know for a fact you told me what I was getting.
You put up an offer. You put it on my.
But then I ended up getting more scholarships that ended up being cool too. So it was cool. After the fact, I loved it. It was amazing. I picked it because of my cousin. Also because of the scholarship that didn't exist. But you know, I made it what it is today. You know, if it wasn't for me, Central would be Central. Yeah.
I know that's right.
Love that. We got a question from the audience, but I'm gonna let Boom go first. And after Boom answer, we'll take this audience question.
Now, I would say for me, it was really kind of just two reasons. Like going back to what I was saying, because I went to a magnet high school. And
Same.
so let me set the scene. The magnet high school I went to was progressive in the sense that it was half people that don't look like me,
Mhm.
and the other half of people that do look like me, right?
Y'all can say white people on the stream. It's cool. Y'all can say white people.
Okay,
It's fine.
cool. It was a whole lot of white people.
Hey.
It was
Yeah.
a whole lot of white people. But I had already grown up like elementary school, middle school. I grew up. I was like one of maybe 5 black kids, right? So I was used to being around that. And then when I went to high school, it was a little bit of a culture shock to me because I'm just like, oh, there's a whole bunch of black people. Oh, we saying niggas. There's a whole bunch of niggas in here. Okay, cool, right? So like I was saying before, they pushed going to college on us heavy, and all the way up until like my senior year, I didn't even want to know. I didn't even know what I want to do. I was just like, I don't know. And then I took a broadcasting class, and I was like, this is what I want to do. This is exactly what I want to do. And
Thank
so
you.
I wish I would have
two
took
of
a
the best
broadcast.
schools to really do that were in my price range were Winston-Salem and A&T. Well, it was like every black person in my high school wanted to go to A&T, and I was like, I like y'all, but I don't like y'all that much. I kind of want to go somewhere else and meet some other black people. So I'm leaning more towards Winston-Salem. So that's how I ended up going there. And then like it was funny because there was maybe like 3 or 4 people that went to school with me that also had the exact same mindset, and we ended up there. I was like, yo, my boy, you came here? He was like, bro, you came here? I'm just like, no, like how come I didn't know? Right. But
Around.
it it honestly ended up being one of the best choices I made. And I'm sure we'll get into this later, but just like the friendships and the connections and all the things that came from going there, it just kind of solidified the choice that I made. I was like, yeah, I definitely don't regret this at all. So
Yeah, we definitely go get into all that later. That's an amazing. It's so crazy. All y'all have like kind of different ways that you ended up picking your HBCU. Mine was pretty simple. They gave me the most money, and my mom was like, "Well, you go in here." Like,
Hey, look.
Look, man, I'll piggyback off that. I had, like, for me, because when I went to Willow Ridge, my main goal was to pick up from all the lost time that I had from my instrument. Because middle school, my band director in middle school called me a brainiac. That's what his nickname for me was. And when rest in peace to this legendary man here in Houston, his name is Ronald B. Thornton. He was the director over Willow Ridge High School Band, and during that time, over his years, that man really like solidified that band and made it like one of the greatest things ever for both high school and college, because he did both roles. But I challenged that man. I told him I was gonna get there and I'm gonna become section leader. And unfortunately, parents had other ideas for me, and that's how I ended up at Yes Prep. And Mr. Thornton passed while I was at Yes, and unfortunately, I couldn't go to the funeral because school was a ridiculous time there.
Mm.
So let's say like 6 to 4:30, and then that had such an imbalance with just homework and stuff like that. I couldn't get to have a personal life. So basically, I lost out on trying to prepare myself with my horn and all that kind of stuff. And whoop de whoop, it was crazy. It was a crazy time. So when I was actually able to come back to Willow Ridge, God blessed me with having my same band director from high school. I said high school, from middle school. Had him. He helped me kind of gain my wings back before he ended up having to leave because I had someone else named as James that was going to be taking over that position. Um, I ended up getting all kind of scholarship offers. I got offer from Grambling, PV. Uh, shoot, I thought I had one from U of H for a minute, but theirs was like ridiculous. So I mean, like ridiculous. That was just an ugly number. I ain't even gonna talk about it. I was like, for a PWI,
All that money they
this
got.
is
All that
yeah.
D1 money they got. Like,
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. $500, nigga.
500? What you gonna do with that?
Meanwhile, that's what I'm saying. Meanwhile,
It's
TSU
crazy.
and Graham gave me the highest bid. We talking about like 20K. I'm just like, bro, they could do it, but y'all treat me like I'm just bottom tier, bro. Like that's
Like,
crazy.
I'm in there. I'm where the money at.
So
Yeah,
That's insane.
I feel you on that. All right, the
Yeah,
audience from
straight to
the my bad. The question from the audience is, if we can do this one real quick. Are y'all first generation college attendees or graduates? Me, no. Funny enough, like I come from a legacy of college attendees and graduates. You know, my mom at least did a 2-year, but everybody else did 4. My cousin just got his doctorate in business. Funny enough, I was like, I didn't even know you could do that, but I should know. I had doctor teachers in my business department. I was like, whatever. But what about y'all? First generation college at all, or I know a lot of y'all said y'all was legacy. Like,
yeah.
For me, no.
First generation.
My grandma, she was in she an educator, so she was always in school. She got a doctorate in math and all types of stuff. So she went to school. But my dad, I think he did like a year at Western Michigan. My mom, she went to cosmetology school. So I guess immediate, I was the first one to complete it outside my grandma. So yeah,
clap it up
in
for
that way. But outside of that, nah. But I'll say my generation, as far as like my whole branch of family, my generation, like in that era, like I'm 33, so most of my cousins like 35 to like 25, like that 10-year span of us where we grew up together and played and stuff. We are like the first group to go to college. Like all of us went to college. Like our parents was either in the streets, deal whatever, not there, whatever the case. Like everybody in the family was. Like our whole generation itself was the ones that went into education. Because my grandma was the only one that went to school, like in her immediate part. And after that, it was just whatever.
Yeah.
You had people that did, you had people that didn't. It was just like. But my grandma was like that example. Like to this day, everybody call her like the monocle of like the family.
Love that. Love that. It's the same with our grandma because she went to college. So it was like, you know, she was going to be damn sure her whole branch at least attended.
And then my grandma was the baby. So
the grandma was the baby. Chat.
Wow.
For me, my grandmother's sister, she went to FAMU, but I was the first one in my branch of the family to go.
Love that.
Yeah.
Boom.
I would say for me, well, first off, I got to actually, you know, by the grace of God, witness and got to meet 3 generations of mine. So I got to meet like my greats and great greats. It was crazy. So
that's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
That's what I keep saying all the time. So that's why I'm old soul now. But outside of that, me and my sister, we're like literally like the first of like my family to actually just go push through and just have, you know, just complete it. And compared to like, you know, I would say like maybe like the cousins that I have that's around my age and stuff like that. I would say it's really just it's me that really have that accomplishment, trying to follow
Thank you.
my sister's footsteps. Outside of like my older cousins and stuff like that, which I
Mhm.
only know at the moment is just like maybe a few of them that either went to college or they went to or went to HBCU or went to somewhere different,
Mhm.
like other PWI or something like that along that nature. Maybe something that's like way out there somewhere. Because I'm still finding out about other family that I have that's in other areas like Milwaukee and stuff like that, or in areas out there in Louisiana. So my family everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. So it's still a learning process for me. So, but that's pretty much why I stand on it right now.
Right. Boom. What about you?
I wouldn't say I'm a first generation attendee. I think my aunt might have been the first one to go to college. My aunt went to college, and my mom both went to college. My
Mhm.
dad went to college as well, but my aunt was the first one in our family to graduate. But I was the first male in our family to graduate from college.
That's
So
big.
yeah, it was
Hmm.
still pretty dope.
That's a W.
Like it
Mhm.
didn't hit me until like after I graduated. I was sitting and thinking about it. I'm like, hold up. I'm the first guy. Oh, y'all can't tell me nothing. Y'all can't tell me shit. All y'all gotta
Yeah.
listen to me.
Can't tell me
Nah,
nothing.
that's dope.
And
Especially
this,
like that you went to a HBCU, being the
Oh
first
yeah.
male in your family. Like
yes,
I'm sure it probably influenced a
Mhm.
lot of people like in the family.
it
Like, oh wait,
does.
it's more schools than just that. Like, where you
Yeah.
go? Like,
It's very influential. Even so, like my mother, she graduated like a semester after me, and we
Oh,
were helping each other. I was helping her with her homework. Like,
That's dope.
That's dope as hell.
that's
she
amazing.
didn't go to FAMU, but I was helping her with her homework.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, that's
Shit, it
still
don't
that's
matter.
a hell of a story.
yeah.
All right, let's see. Y'all kind of touched on organizations, committees, and stuff like that. Y'all kind of were a part of. We got two band folks here, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh, I did.
if y'all want to touch on that a little bit more, did you join any outlaw like any organizations? Or you
Yeah,
just
I actually I was an ambassador for a second, but I was over the tour. I was a tour coordinator, so I was over all the tour guides. And then my junior year, I joined Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, fall 13, I had a homecoming crossing.
Oh, hey now.
Wow.
That means you just had an anniversary then recently.
And across November 25th, we
Spring me every time. Don't do me with the homecoming.
Boy, y'all be out there in hoodies. I'd be like,
I
oh
don't
no.
want to see them on the.
Look, the fall was amazing, but yeah, I crossed Trey Rocktail.
Ooh.
That's so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Love
my
to hear
work.
that.
That's me, Roddy Piper. I got my jacket in the closet.
That's a dope name.
Like for real. I guess for me,
use band the ocean.
yeah. Also, I ain't really. I ain't look. I'm a little bit more boring. I ain't really crossed any like frats or anything like that. Had an idea for it, but no, I just didn't. I ain't really had the time. But the other things that I was able to get into was the uh we ain't necessarily have a name per se, but there was a group in our communications department that oversaw a lot of the things as far as like media wise and things dealing with Con Week that help not only with teaching others, but actually being able to do hands-on work, which includes like camera work, learning the switches, a lot of those things, actually having like a production pod, well, not pod, but like a production broadcast on like all kind of levels with different big names in the music industry and things of that nature. I also was a part of the. I think this kind of answers one of your future questions. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Don't jump ahead too
But
much.
I don't know. You think I should answer this one right now, or
Save it for later. If you got something for later,
Are we
save
allowed
it
to
for
cuss?
later.
Are
Okay,
we allowed to
I'll
cuss?
save it for later.
Y'all can cuss. Y'all can't say nigga. Today, everybody gets the pass except chat. Chat, y'all still can't say.
Yes,
But
okay.
y'all
So
can say
Oh,
it.
I was
another
remembering
group that I
that
was a
beat
part
too.
of.
Chat can't hop off the porch. I'm sorry.
It'd be like that. But the other group that I was a part of was something called the Catholic Newman Center. And I'm not really a Catholic, by the way. I'm Baptist. But this particular center was actually a peace haven for me and like my best friends and stuff like that I consider to be family still to this day, because we literally game every day. And what we did there was we helped give out to the homeless, and just have like different things as far as like giving people like somewhere safe to be so they could do their work. So we was like an additional safe haven for other students that was trying to get away from the chaos of campus.
Yeah.
And I believe that's about it right now, other than my trumpet section, T connection.
Yeah.
Love
That's
that.
Since he get to pop off by his band,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop off. I was in the
Here we
Go
go.
ahead, pop off.
Go ahead.
I was in the
ahead.
trombone section, Sounds of Thunder, It Talks, what's good? Not just playing. I also joined Kappa Kappa Psi, was a part of that band fraternity. More importantly than that, some other organizations that were near and dear to my heart. I was the treasurer for NSBE, that's the National Society of Black Engineers. STEM it up. Y'all always, if you
NSBE
come in
too.
my chat,
Come on now.
I'm tinkering with something. I'm trying to figure out something, or I'm just over there acting like I know what I'm doing so I could charge people the price that I'm worth. What else? What else was I part of? Collegiate 100. For those who know, our counterpart is 100 Black Men. So I have not joined that organization yet. But Collegiate 100, I was definitely a part. I was mentoring kids because I got mentored to get to that spot. So I definitely was like, you know what? I'm not the type
Hey,
that
man.
I don't pull up the ladder. I try to bring the next person up.
As you should, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
them Nesby DC trips, man. Nesby was a big.
I
love
did not
Nesby.
know Black engineers get that loot. I was like,
Boy,
oh, okay.
Shout out to Nesby. I need to pay my fees, but
Same. Let me not too much on my top because I'm talking too much. They're gonna get me for not paying these
Wildin'.
fees.
Wow.
And I was also a camp counselor for band camp. And I remember all my kids, I had kids from Bahamas all over, and I would show them the instrument. And
that's
yeah,
crazy.
the love of the horn,
Hey, shout out to you. I was a
Yeah.
Nesby counselor for the STEM camp.
Yeah.
All right, Boone, what about you?
So I did a whole bunch of stuff, and I was so shout out to everybody who was full-time students and full-time workers. Let me just say that real quick. 'Cause
Boy.
that was
Senior year, I avoided it to my senior year.
Hey, one time in the
it's a
chat.
different life. It's a different life to be lived, right? If you were able to avoid it, be happy and be blessed that you were able to avoid it.
Man.
But I worked a lot.
Say
so
that for the
kind
ones
of
in the
kept me
back.
from being able to do as much as I wanted to do and a lot of extracurricular activities. But later on in the school life, in college, I was able to actually join the illustrious band known as Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And even before crossing that, like I was just heavily involved in a lot of things that they did, whether it be community service or different events that we were putting on campus and stuff like that. So, yeah, I got to know a lot of the brothers in there prior to actually crossing, which honestly really kind of put me in a space where I was just like, I'm already around y'all all the time, and I've already kind of built this connection. So why not invest and see if this is something that was worth my time and worth me putting myself into? And here we are. So
Love that. Love to hear that.
And the funny thing
great.
is, shout out to the D9 people that's on this roundtable. Much like TX Gamer myself, I had the mind to do something, then something happened at my school and nobody could do
Yeah.
anything. And I had to get up out there and graduate because they was locking people up.
Oh yeah.
You did AK side. That's good.
I know what you're talking about.
It just hit me what he was talking about. We don't got to discuss that now, but we
Yeah,
know.
got
joy,
it.
joy.
Joy,
It's
guys.
kinda dark.
Joy.
It's kinda dark. We ain't gotta
little
talk
dark,
about
little dark. Me personally, I joined. We call it the Campus Alliance for Student Activities, which, aka CASA, and we were basically in charge of putting on homecoming. We picked the theme, we picked the artists, we picked everything involved, and we go get into homecoming a little bit later. But that was the biggest organization I was a part of, and of course, I was part of the Texas Club. So being in Atlanta, you do miss home, you do miss hearing the accents. So we would have like a party called Latex every year. So I got to be part of the treasury for that to make sure it was the most lit party of the year.
Did you say
as it's supposed to be?
Latex?
So it was a combination latex. Okay. So it was a combination of the Louisiana and Texas Club part. Like we came together, made the party. So So
I was
we
just trying to confirm. I was making sure I heard what I heard.
All the third coast
when
music.
You said it, I instantly thought of Lil Wayne. I was like, you don't want that latex.
I wish I had the flyer because it looked like a Magnum.
That's hilarious.
I can promise the administration didn't like that very much, but we did not care.
But you know what's crazy? It got people interested.
It got every year.
It's provocative. It gets people going.
But yeah, so those are my two bigger organizations. I did think, to go Greek, but my cousin really wanted me to because he went that route. But I was like, I think I'm okay. I think I'm
my Greek Discussion was crazy when I got home. My pastor was a Q. He wanted me to be a Q. I was like, I ain't like him when I got there, so I ain't joined. He was like, man, that's why you should have went to Morehouse. You would have liked my bros. I was like, I'm sorry, sir. No,
I can't speak highly of the bros at Morehouse. I guess I've never had no issues with them. They never had no issue with anyone else. They do a lot on campus.
Hey, they cool.
They cool
I
as
met
fuck.
them after I crossed.
Yeah, they cool as hell.
I didn't go there.
Yeah.
Now, if my pastor would have told me more about Morehouse, he probably would have. Yeah. He probably could have got me down in Atlanta somewhere.
Look, I had the same situation as Outlaw over here. I had a deacon at my church that was just like, man, look, man, you'll be a great asset to be with the bros, bro. At the time, I didn't really understand.
And they be recruiting, boy.
I was like,
I got family members now saying I'm gonna be a great asset. Like,
yeah, I'm just like, bro, I'm just trying to come here and do the audio and stuff. How did that come? It's like, man, I see what you be doing, man. We just holler at me when you get a chance. I'm just like, what?
Come to the house. Just come to the house. That's your favorite line. Just come to the crib.
That's the favorite line, man. Come to
my
the house.
pastor was sick. He called me out in church. He was like, that jacket don't look purple with gold, can it? I was like, it ain't. It's charcoal brown, my good sir.
It be like that.
And it's funny that you had a homecoming committee story, because I also helped out with homecoming committee and helped pick the artists and all that stuff. And I even was in the if they needed a band member, a little small band, for the performers, we would do that. 1 year, all the performers, we had let them because you know how HBCUs can be strict when you're performing on their campus, because they want you, even though your brand is your brand or whatever you do, you're on the campus, so you have to abide by our rules.
Right.
They had tell them, hey, can't do this, can't do that, can't no Nelia, no scantily clad women. But I got one funny story. Uncle Luke came, and I don't know if it's because he had connections up there with the president and them. He brought ladies. He brought ladies down from Miami. And my mama was in the front row, I love Luke. And I was like, Mama, how did you get here?
That's that Freaknik hair.
Oh my God.
That's
he
crazy.
was the only one. He never got in any trouble. We checked all the other ones. Rick Ross, all of them. We checked them. No, you can't do that. No, this is university. No. Uncle Luke was like, I got the keys to the city.
He got keys to the state.
Hey, yo.
Speaking of, famous folks, quick little, quick fire round. Can y'all name one or two famous folks that are alum or attended y'all university? Obviously, I got MLK, Samuel Jackson, Spike Lee.
My small and quaint is up north. I think the only person notable that they talk about often, at least when I was there, was Omarosa. That was about it.
Okay. Really? Okay. I didn't even know she went to a HBCU.
Central State University.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
Surprised.
Yeah, I remember that.
She used to come speak for us all the time. Yeah.
All right, that's pretty big.
We was in Dave Chappelle block party. I guess I'm gonna say that.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
Wait a minute.
Our band played for him in his parade.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And he also used to come to our school all the time. I actually met him when I was working at Speedway. He used to come smoke American Spirits Orange.
I used to see Rod Wave. I used to see Rick
every
Ross.
second Friday because he'd be out of town.
Yeah, because celebrities
Every
would just come
second
through.
Friday.
They'll just come through through the school.
Yeah, celebrities just come through campus and be chilling in the cab.
I'll roll up my lettuce and I'll see him pull up and he'll buy some cigarettes and sit outside and smoke. And I'll be outside smoking too.
I think Rod Wave got this early viral video of him, and he was in the downstairs cafe at FAMU. I was like, I know exactly where you are. I eat there.
He went to FAM?
I eat there.
No, he didn't. No,
okay.
Florida, you're doing your rounds.
Yeah.
If you're doing a college circuit tour, you got to come by FAMU.
Yep.
But to notable FAMU graduates,
that's like a staple.
yeah. Or all the college radio stations, they're gonna do it. Will Packer, famous movie producers, Girls Trip, Chocolate City, and amongst others. Roy Woods Jr., comedian, Nika Noni Rose, Princess and the Frog, and Common the Rapper, and many more.
I forgot Common with the fam. I forgot about that.
Pam Oliver, ESPN. Y'all always talk about her wig.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You mean to tell me I got Pam? Ain't not none of y'all reached out to her and said, "Yo, girl, we gotta."
Hey, yo, we have.
gotta
I don't know.
We
if
gotta,
she's-
we gotta have a conversation about these wigs that you be having on. Ain't not none of y'all.
Hey, yo.
said Pam.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Another year, we getting straight about that wig. What's up? Like,
It be looking like plastic sometimes. I be like,
I'm
I don't know what's
saying.
going on up there, man.
look, I'm
oh, my
glad you
best friend
talking
don't be
about
looking like that, and
sports.
she in journalism too.
like Pam, we love you, but like, girl, that wig does not love you. That's all I'm saying. It don't.
It look like a 2K model.
Oh, now that's low.
You know,
What
They
we
was
got?
talking about her wig. They was talking about her wig when I was in school. I was like the wig that don't quit.
Oh my god. Okay, leave Pam Oliver alone, y'all. It's not. We're not here to bash too much.
Pam live. Don't let Pam live.
That roast was real.
That's my bad. I shouldn't have said that. Notable people that went to Winston-Salem, I would say Earl of Pearl Monroe. He went there. Louis Farrakhan, and probably one of the most notable at this point in time, Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. I didn't even.
Stephen A.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
why he always
crazy.
does-
They need to
why
beat
he
that
always-
man
Even
up.
right now with
yeah, I knew
Ron.
that because he talk about it.
The tour.
That's why he
Even
always
right
does that.
now with
He
Ron.
sure he
He
talk
does
about
on
it
first
too.
take. That's why
I
he's
hope
always
so. That's
on the face of us.
Mm.
Yep.
that's his
Next
doing.
time he come to
Okay.
y'all, drag him.
His daughter's amazing. He's
Yeah.
Funny enough, is like he was actually on the basketball team, but he was not good.
But look, if you let him talk that cash money on the show.
I mean, but look, I mean, to be fair, you don't have to be great at basketball to know basketball. So I'll give him that much. Give him that much.
You
We'll,
don't.
we'll give him that.
It's some great coaches that that never played.
Yeah, physical ability doesn't always translate to coaching. So
Look, the greatest generals, some of them couldn't fight. So
there you go. You got to know your spots. You got to pick your spots.
Yeah.
they can play some chess though.
That part.
Texas, I already know one of yours. You know, everybody know. Strahan, proud TSU.
Yeah, that's one of them. That man loved TSU, boy. Man, he even gave us a check. Him and Kevin Hart at the same time was competing that same year. Oh, you that's all you got? Okay, look here. I got. They was competing with each other. It was the funniest thing ever. Outside of Strahan, I got 3 other people that are like, those are my significant people. Like for me, even though Texas Southern has a lot of other famous people, but these are my 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the easiest one out the way. Meg Stallion.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. Yup.
In the stream, that's it.
Now, if I remember correctly, because I know I had her in a few classes and stuff. Like I let y'all know now, all her stuff she write herself. She
I
cold.
believe it.
Rest in
I
peace to her
believe it.
mama. Her mama was one of the coolest people I ever met. And yeah, she got bars. She tore a whole row of dudes up at the parking garage in a rap battle.
Them HBCU literacy
Seen
classes
that.
don't play. They do not. Them English classes do not play.
They'll get you right.
They do not.
Well, I came in there talking Geechee. It's like, no, you sound ignorant.
real spirit. Real spirit. I got a story behind that, but that's something else for another day. The other 2 people that I have in mind is a legendary music artist. His name was Joe Sample. He was the founder and pianist of the Crusaders, and the Crusaders is one of the greatest jazz bands ever.
My dad got one of their vinyls.
Yeah. If y'all don't know who the Crusaders are, one of their favorites, or one of my favorites from them is a track called "Keep That Same Old Feeling." I be jamming and grilling to that, boy, man. I love that song,
Man.
And then
That's
another
a vibe right there.
That's a vibe. That's
Like
like
real
that's
talk.
history.
Look, I love some good jazz.
Because one thing about me is I grew up
Jazz
on
in the bonfire. Sign me up.
Exactly.
It's
I grew
one.
up on jazz. That was the first thing I listened to before I listened to any other genre of music.
Facts.
And it's funny that
Jazz in Motown.
I was taught by Will's Packer ex-wife. She taught me my music industry classes, and Play from Kid and Play. He was in one of my industry classes too, talking about hip hop. Yeah, so they be teaching at these schools. They'll pop up like
they will absolutely pop up.
They will pop up and do a class.
They will though, like just randomly.
One more important person. I can't even say the word right. Her name was Barbara Jordan. We have a school named after her. And if y'all don't know who that is, that's one of the very first Black women to actually like gain a monumental role in politics back in like the 60s and 70s during that time where, you know,
ancestors, Pat. Ancestors.
Like really, man, this is why education is important. You know, all they try to tell y'all on the media and stuff like that, they want to keep people stupid and stuff like that. Learn your people.
Yep.
Learn your people.
If you're from Houston, you know Barbara Jordan.
Like, man, that woman did not play, bro. She did not play. She was about her
set
business.
The tone.
She set the tone for a lot of Black women.
What's shorty name in Congress right now? Jasmine Crockett. There's no Jasmine Crockett without Barbara Jordan.
Man,
period.
What?
Period.
That woman got her fighting power, boy. That's why I'll be rooting for her. I'll be like, man, you better tell them. Don't you back down. Barbara Jordan ain't give a fuck.
I heard these names ring bell. Even in Florida, I heard about her.
Yeah.
Jazz go crazy.
Stephen A.
Take
Smith.
that Black queen.
He don't like her.
All right, we're going to move past orientation a little bit, but I want to ask one more question before we move on to, you know, we start to explain homecoming to people. Did y'all experience your own version of culture shock when you entered your HBCU? Like, because for me, I've been around Black people my whole life. I knew what I was getting into, but even at the same time, like, I was just like, dang, it's dudes here that I really vibe with that I didn't even know more people like me existed. Like, I found a lot of people that was like almost in the same kind of realm as me, as far as like interests and what they wanted to do in life and stuff like that. It was a little shocking. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, it was culture shock in a good way. So did y'all experience anything like that? Anything negative, positive that y'all want to speak on?
100%. Just like how you said, it was, although I'm Black and I've been around Black people my whole life, but like, you know how it rang true to the saying, we're not a monolith. Cause I saw Black people who came from money and Black people who didn't. I was like, I want to know what that's about. Let me go hang out with them. You know, I look, people who were nerdy, people who were really, really, really into dance, people who were really, really into fashion, people who were really, really, whatever their jam was, whatever their nerdum was. And I came in there built in with a nerdum with the band. So just to experience that, whew, yeah. Memories.
Anybody else?
I say for me, like being raised in Detroit and growing up here is like I was around a lot of Black culture and a lot of Black history itself, and then going to a suburban school with white people, and then that was more of a shock than going to a HBCU, I say. But I will say I did have a culture shock because even though being raised around Black people and knowing the greatness of Black people, being exposed to more Black people from different places outside of where I was from that are equally or more talented than others, that was the shock to me. It's like, damn, it's a lot of Black greatness. Like, and it's only my school. Like, me visiting school even showed me. I'm like, oh my God, like my world kind of expanded at that point. I was like, Black is really great. Like,
and then you meet Black people
like
along
anything
the
that I could talk about at a PWI is somebody better at an HBCU, and I promise you it is. And it's crazy to me, like from Nesby to like all of these things are things that I wouldn't have been exposed to just in a normal Black community. I feel like me going to a HBCU showed me that, and that was the shock that it opened my eyes to more Black greatness.
I would agree. I'd piggyback on that and say like it wasn't that I wasn't used to being around Black people, but being able to see so many different Black people and all have different focuses, but the same similar goal towards advancing themselves, right? And being able to see so many different people who have different mindsets or skill sets and creatively be able to express themselves in a space where at the end of the day it really just feels like a place where you're welcome, and it really kind of feels like home. Right. I think in that sense, it was definitely like, yo, this is different. Right. This is largely different from what I'm used to on a daily basis. So,
yeah. Even going to school in Florida, being around the different diasporas of African American people, like people from Nigeria, people from Ghana. I was in Florida, so people from the lower and upper Antilles of the Caribbeans.
Yeah,
it was just we were all in there. It was all in this together. So all this stuff that they're talking about online, I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't that. Like,
yeah, even different states. Like, you know, I've met
yeah,
people from
yes,
Philly and Jersey and Kansas and Denver and like California. And like I was making friends from all over the place, learning what they grew up like, their culture, what they sayings were. I say John all the time now because my best friend's from Philly. Like, you know, my wife's from Jersey, so I be saying Jersey lingo all the time. Like, it's
So
crazy.
yeah, one of my best friends was from Memphis, and I say junk all the time, and I could never figure out where the fuck I got it from.
I used to be around a lot of Haitians.
Well, you know, Florida.
Yeah. And like there was people from Cali. Yeah, I met some Cali people.
And like you would say,
But
like
I do want to
Jamaica
mention a
and stuff
culture
too,
shock
so.
moment, like especially with HBCUs, because I'm not sure about a lot of other HBCUs because I didn't go to them, but I know foreign exchange programs are a thing, like at schools, period.
Yes.
But we had a lot of students that came like from different places that weren't from America, period. So them coming to a HBCU and hearing their experiences, that's what kind of made me love my school, because the experiences that they experienced, like we had students from Japan, we had somebody from Brazil, they were on the track team. They ended up standing, like continuing going to school there, like they moved and everything. But hearing like their experience, I feel like hearing that shock that they had, like learning American culture, and not just American culture but Black American culture, that was one of those things that just was like, I probably wouldn't have got going to a BWI. I know I wouldn't. I mean, of course you wouldn't because it's HBCU, but seeing like how open to like the foreign exchange programs and stuff that we were, it was like one of those things, like I can appreciate their culture shock and help their transition, that I can gain that experience through them. Like I don't have to necessarily go through it to feel the experience, you know?
Right. That's dope.
But I just wanted to bring that up because I seen a lot of foreign exchange students that just didn't know, and then they fell in love with it, like the culture, everything, homecoming. Like it was just something. It's just crazy. Like even for us, it's crazy. So imagine somebody not.
My goodness.
Else, I want to piggyback off of what Outlaw and Boom said. For me, I would say like I guess my culture shock kind of happened a little bit late because I'm just like, everybody in Houston go over here. So I'm just like, yeah, I see y'all niggas every day. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But it's like once I started moving up in classes in the chain when it comes to my major, which is communications, that was radio, television, and film, you start meeting people from like areas that you wouldn't even expect. Like Outlaw said, foreign exchange. One of my best friends is a guy named Chat. I know it sounds weird. His name is Chat. Okay. He's Vietnamese.
What's up, Chat?
He's Vietnamese.
Southern fried rice.
No, hey.
Oh, I had one at my school too.
We all did.
But thing about him is
I'm done.
he was a very just to himself kind of person. But like when it came to like really understanding what it's like to work inside of a group, to where, like let's say it's your first job or whatever, and you're not really like a social person and things of that nature. So in order for you to get something done correctly, you're going to have to work with the other person depending on what the situation is. So we was in that kind of situation. It was me, him, another guy that I was really cool with named Anthony, and then there was this other girl that just, she'll pop up when she feel like it. She was non-existent. But it was just up to basically us three to just try to figure out without that person, like how we're going to pass this class the way this teacher wants it to be done. Because he was a very specific guy. Also, he was a guy that was a foreigner as well, which made it, even more of an enticing thing to deal with. So it just basically more of the story, like you just never know who you're going to end up with in a group for you to just end up having to actually put your minds together to actually be able to cooperate and just make a goal and push towards it. And just by the grace of God, we actually all just became like really good friends for, after that. And we top grades in the class, you know what I'm saying? While everybody else is really trying to figure out the formula for stuff.
You never know.
Black excellence.
Yeah, so
You feel me?
I'm really thankful, and I know
Yeah.
In
Dan is
chat.
another thing too. I know not to mess with Bohemians.
Yes.
I know not to. Them boys, man. Hey,
Yes.
look, one get jumped, you gonna have probably about 15, 16, 17 of them come right. Hey, what are you doing? Like,
Oh,
oh,
I got
shit,
ready.
that nigga
This is a
that's my
good
other
transition
yeah.
into our next set of questions. Shout out to my boy Kage boy for the raid. Appreciate you, dog. We are in the middle of the discussion. We are just now moving towards.
Bohemians do not play, bro.
They do not, bro.
Let's
not go too deep into that.
I saw one washing
because
his
it's
car
true.
outside in the rain. I was like, "What's going on here?" Like,
What in the
I have
world?
nothing to do.
That's crazy. Kage, appreciate you for the raid, bro. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome to the Black Boy Joy Roundtable, Part 5. We are in the middle of talking HBCUs. For those of you who don't know, might be new here. My name is LastBlackSpartan, and I'm here with a couple of gentlemen who also attended a historically black college or university. And y'all are just in time because we about to get to the homecoming discussion. So before we go into that, let me just kind of explain why homecoming at HBCU might be different from what you're familiar with anywhere else, whether it's high school or PWI. Homecoming is a week-long event. And I'm talking Sunday to Sunday. It is a event. Like, there are many, many different types of events, concerts, fashion shows, yard parties, like, just everything, all leading up to the game, which, honest to God, most of us don't really even care about unless you're part of the band or the football team. But, like, it's a monumental event. It happens every fall, and people fly in from all over the world to attend HBCU homecomings. So, for y'all, my first question is, can you describe homecoming in one word? You can explain the word, but what is that one word that you would use to describe homecoming?
Okay, so for me, I got to separate it. As a student, I'll say amazing. And that's as plain as simple as I can do. Amazing.
Fair.
As a alumni, bliss.
Bliss.
It's amazing because for me, it was my first experience being away from home, being at a homecoming, a college homecoming at that wasn't like Michigan State or U of M, like being with a parent, like, and then for it to be a HBCU homecoming, like that was my first experience doing that. But once I crossed, I started going to other schools' homecomings. That really was crazy, boy. We
get into that like a little later.
For mine, that made my experience like so amazing. Like seeing alumni come back, seeing their appreciation for the school, and then when I graduated, that's why I said bliss, because I missed campus so much. And like as soon as you touch like through that front gate or go to the student union or your old dorm or just look at the football field or go walk through a fucking parking lot of your college, like it's bliss. It's like I grew up here for real. This was home. I made some of my closest friends. I made some of my worst enemies, but
it be like that. You don't like everybody.
It
even
was
if you
mine.
cross with them.
It was mine. Look, let's not. Yeah, even if you cross with them.
Even when you cross them, you got an LB. You got LB.
But that whole experience itself is just blissfulness. Like I remember waking up, walking to the calf. Like I remember walking to campus in the snow, like walking through campus in the snow, like going to class, like hitting my friends with like, y'all trying to go to the calf? Like it's Chicken Wednesday, it's Fish Friday, like all that stuff. It's like that's why I say bliss, because it brings me a sense of peace and serenity, and just seeing everybody I went to school with. It's like, I'm glad y'all doing good, because we got people who didn't make it and that we can't see anymore. And for that, I'm appreciative. Like, I'm mad I missed homecoming this year, because I feel like everybody who didn't come in like the past few years start coming to this one. I was so mad. I'm like,
it'd be like that as an alum. we go get more into that a little bit, because I got some stuff to say about that too. But who else got
that's my word?
Who else got their one word?
I got one. I'm gonna do just like you said. I kind of have to break it up, just like I said, between like
that's fair.
Undergrad and post, because like undergrad, it's the one word I would say is pride. And I don't think you don't really realize like how much people love the school and the culture until you see other people come around. and you see all the things that people build and the things that people put together, and you see all these older people coming back and just the joy that they have, and you really don't realize like, damn, y'all really fuck with this place, huh? Like, damn, it's really like that, right? Especially when you're a freshman, it's really kind of a culture shock, especially if you didn't grow up in that realm. It's just kind of like y'all doing a whole lot. Oh, this is a whole lot, whole lot. And so, like especially when you're young, you go to the parties and stuff like that, and they bumping and all that stuff. It's just like, yeah, this is kind of it. But then, as you matriculate through the years, it's just kind of like you get a sense of ownership. Like, nah, this is really ours, right? And then like once you graduate, for me, I would definitely say the word is family, because especially if you don't go every year, when you do go back and you see people that you haven't seen in years, people that may not also go every year, and you see them, it's just like, yo, I ain't seen you give me this hug. Like everybody knows what a homecoming hug is, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Like
different.
Like family
Yeah.
reunion. Damn,
it
you
just
right.
hits different
Boy,
to be
them be
around.
like the best hugs too, man.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
it just
yes.
hits different to be around your people, right?
Oh
It's
man.
truly like going to the family cookout. It's truly like going to the family reunion. That's truly what it is. And a lot of
Yeah.
people don't really get that sense, but like you just belong.
Yeah.
So like when I say family, like it really hits like that. It really,
Especially
really
them
does.
hugs with the people you were close to, but y'all don't talk.
Exactly.
Exactly, boy.
You be like, damn, like we did everything to, like you was
Yeah.
part of the crew, but we don't talk no more. Like
Right.
it
Life
be
be
like
lifing.
life be lifing.
Life be life.
Yeah.
And even if you don't see them again
Jinx,
till
you owe
next
me
year,
a
like
soda.
that's your moment to be like, yo, I know we ain't talked in a while, but we could pick right back up where we left off and stuff
Like it
that.
never,
Yeah.
like it never happened.
Like
Like
we never left.
my best friend to this day, we might talk to each other once or twice every few months, but I know if I go,
Damn.
like I'm going down to stay with him for DreamHack, but I know if he come here, he can stay with me. If I go there, anytime. But
Exactly.
yeah, like that's
Yeah.
my brother. Like
Okay.
outside my real brother, I call him my brother. Like those are the relationships you build.
Exactly.
Text you like you
I
ready to
wanna-
explode.
Yeah, cause look, I'm just like, man, boom, then use both my damn words, but you know what? I can still
Yeah,
I
he
can
got
still
one. He got
expand
one
it.
of mine. He got one of mine.
Exactly.
Like,
'Cause I'm just like, yeah, it's like family, but that's like a generalization. But then, Outlaw done made it into 2 steps. And I'm just like, you know what? He say bliss, I say pride. I was like, man, okay. But it's like the pride thing, you got like everyone when they first start their year in college and stuff, right? You start off as a freshman or whatever, you trying to figure out how you gonna navigate this giant ass place.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? What
Like a
up?
new city.
Yeah, like you trying to really
Mhm.
figure your way around. It's like, man, you just, band terminology. You crab it, nigga. But anyways, you just trying to figure
don't
out
you run on my patch.
what's happening. Don't step on my grave.
Ain't no
Yeah.
shortcuts in life.
You just trying to figure out what's happening, what you about to do, what's about to go on. You're not trying to be late. And it's like over time you just start to just kind of like mold yourself, and then you really start to understand your environment, the people you meet, just everything, just day to day. You know what I'm saying? And then you just grow from it year by year through whatever you go through and different things that you decide to go to, experience like campus activities and stuff like that. If you're able to go, I'll emphasize if you're able to go because band people barely were. But anyways, side note.
Y'all see me in the
yeah.
spring.
Exactly, just like that, just like a
I'll pop
pharmacy
out in the
student.
spring.
Y'all go see me sometime when I got some time. This is what it is. I got practice right now. See y'all later.
Yeah.
But-
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When the band was going to practice and they be playing, walking through campus, those used to be the best moments. I'd be like, yeah, this
Man,
this
It's
cool.
time. It's
I
time.
love this.
Boy.
Like,
Does everybody
moment
campus
for
like, let's hurry
y'all,
up and does everybody campus like, let's hurry up and eat a breakfast or lunch or dinner before the band get here and the line get long? Everybody band do that?
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody's
Yep.
The band
Somebody
practice
drop
on
their tray, they trip and fall in the calf. Be like, hey.
they dropped that plate.
Man.
Everybody
Dog, that was some
applaud.
good times.
Yo,
man.
everybody did that. That's crazy.
Everybody did that, bro.
God, we all had
That was some good times, bro. It's just trying to mold and just like gather all these memories and stuff. But you don't know what's really gonna happen or what kind of debacle you might be in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just taking all that stuff in with your undergrad year just to learn a bunch of stuff. And just when you finally get your degree, then it's just like, it's like it's a maturity level to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like what you gonna do afterwards, or how you just gonna figure out and further succeed yourself. And then, when you like for homecoming, the reason why, like I say, I agree with Boom is family, bruh.
Mm.
I'm gonna take this from a personal point. My family has been pretty much split since 2012, right? So, and that's with the passing of my grandmother at that time. So it's like, for me, when I come to homecoming, it feels like that empty hole that, I can't have to be mended. I can get all that from my closest friends that I had that I don't really get to speak to like that no more, because everybody's growing, they're doing their own thing. When I see them, everybody just trying to have a good time, even with all this political climate we in, everybody letting that shit go. It's just peace, peace, fun. Yeah, alcohol is involved. Maybe some other stuff, some trees, whatever floats your boat. But
Always
all
can
that stuff.
congregate with Zeus.
Exactly. Always
Libations.
something.
Libations.
Libation. That's
Lies, boy.
Hey,
tell you.
I be calling them libations.
Hey, I like that word though.
Love
But
it.
it's just like coming home to a home that you just like, hey, like coming to your grandmother's house, like, hey, they tearing that building down. They ain't say nothing about that. Why you changing that? You know what I'm saying? Or why this look different? Where that come from? They just built that? Like you just, it's just
I'm
really
definitely.
getting
We had to get it out the mud, alumni. I'm definitely that.
Oh yeah, I'm
Exactly.
same. What you mean you got a Chick-fil-A on campus now? What?
Yeah.
What?
Y'all got charging
We had
stations on
one eating
campus?
place.
Y'all
Y'all got an
charging-
amphitheater. We didn't have no
like, what?
amphitheater. Half
What
the
is
boy
that?
dorms were condemned. Like,
Yeah. Y'all got heating
apartments.
stations?
We had 3 dorms that got torn down. How y'all get apartments?
that's how you know it's progress going on in your campus.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's true,
It's like
true.
it's a good thing, but
Still a little tight.
we be having fun talking about that to the current students and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's just still good to just have something to just talk about and just see where everybody else is in life, and just outside of network, and just getting back with your old friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful feeling, bro. And let me tell y'all who got the best hugs. That one Zeta that got the arm, and she
Somebody take me.
Hey. Shout out to y'all, Zeta.
Casey, what's your word, bro? What's your what you got, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it out.
'Cause I'm going last, so I'm like, let me make sure.
Just like the gentleman before me, I have to break it up. For those who've attended or graduated FAMU, I would say FAMU Lee, because that's how we say it instead of family. And for those who have not, or considering, or never went to HBCU, you will understand what we mean by COLAC. What we mean by COLAC is College of Love and Charity. When I was at homecoming, I stayed right. When I was at FAMU and I was at homecoming, I stayed right by the stadium. But Buddy probably pulled up from South Florida with his box Chevy, whamming that thing, had them rims on it. But he hit that corner and that engine caught on fire in front of my house. He got clowned by everybody walking to homecoming. But we stopped and helped him. But he got clowned too. Like College of Love and Charity.
That's how it go.
Yeah.
At that moment, you gotta get
But
lunch. You
we
gotta
know
get the
how it is.
lunchroom treatment.
Yeah.
I know he came. He was driving that thing all night up Florida to get to Tallahassee. To show that off that he probably been working on all summer. Like,
Yeah.
I like how y'all split it. I like how y'all split it between, while you there.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to split it like that, but
I ain't mad. I like when shit just kind of happens like that.
My experience changed.
I understand, and you made me really think about it, because I had a word, but I'm like, y'all answers really made me think about it a little bit more. And I would say, while I was there as a student, like one word to describe it would just be joy. Like I just never seen that many of us in one place just happy. Like it was an amazing shock to me almost. Like I've been to events before, like I've been to Battle of the Bands as a kid, and like other people's homecoming, but to see it, like to be a part of it, like it was a different feeling. And so I'll also say, just as an alum, timeless is the word. Like it's always that same feeling, no matter how many times you go. like you always get that same, like, you know, that hole that Tex was talking about, it always gets filled the same way. It's amazing.
Man,
like
every time.
Timeless. Like, and I'm looking at old heads, like, and I'm like, am I the old head now? But there's, you know, class of 89 is there and stuff like that. And we all doing the same thing.
And
I'm like, that's gonna
when
be
you
us.
step on campus, it's a time travel.
Exactly. Like, it's like you enter in, like, you going back in time almost. Like, you know, your body might not feel the same, but
My knee.
like my knee,
Your
my
mind
thigh.
take you back.
It's an amazing feeling. This man B Nice said, "What was your favorite meal they served in the cafeteria?" Fried chicken Wednesday. Like, for me,
Chicken Wednesday.
All right. So
Man.
before spring 2010, I did eat meat. So it was fried chicken Wednesday. After that, it was meatless Mondays. You heathens, meatless Mondays.
No, we had Chicken Wednesday. We had Fish Friday. Those are
Yep.
2 best days to go to the caf.
Mhm.
And on Friday they had that cornbread that, man, we called her Aunt Pam. She used to make it from scratch. Oh my God.
every cafeteria had an aunt, huh? Like,
Yes, that put her elbow in it. Like,
I swear
Yeah,
she
Aunt,
used
and
to.
that was
She always worked there, and we had Sodexo. So
Dexo.
My aunt was the one that she worked at she used to work the register. So when I come in and, like, because, you know, in later years you ain't getting that same meal package that you had when you was a freshman, right? So, you know, she's like, "You got a meal?" But I ain't got no more meals. Just go get you some food. Just go get you some food.
Mhm.
Shout
As
out to
long
my
as
aunties
you
that be
was
looking out
good
for
to
you and
them.
stuff.
As long
Yeah.
as you was
Yep.
good to them. But you was nasty, you would be
Ooh.
starving.
Son,
like,
pro tip.
honestly,
look,
for
if
me,
the,
like,
if the calf was nasty that day, we going to Taco Bell or something.
Oh boy, I wish.
Boy.
the thing for me is, like, it wasn't even about the food. The best days, it was fried chicken Wednesday, but not because of the food, but just
Yeah.
because everybody was in the cast.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody
It was a
was
party.
popping off in there.
You
It was a
mad
function.
You got
Like,
class
everybody
during
was
the
coming
lunch hour.
through, right?
Rappers
Mhm.
used to pull up the fried chicken Wednesday. I was like, this ain't
Yeah.
I
what?
ain't gonna hold
Okay.
you, we definitely had a few just kind of just pop up out of
No,
nowhere and
people
be
used
in
to
there,
just
like,
drive up
Yeah.
there, and they
like,
had
this is what we got going on.
pay for the buffet
Yes.
price. Like what?
Yeah. They had it like that. Waka Flocka would just come to the cafeteria sometimes. I'm like,
Yes.
bro, like, what you?
Man,
They just wanted to be
Man,
there.
it don't have class during the lunch period. You missing everybody because
Oh,
Melissa
yeah.
Ford wanted
you gotta get the baked chicken at the end of the day.
Mm.
Melissa Ford wanted to debate with the scholars. Who else? Trina would pop up like for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
Man, dude. I used to have my little secret places going on for lunch period, man. Like if I only stayed on campus maybe one semester and then decided to just go ahead just be with my parents because it
Mhm.
just made life a little bit easier for me.
Yeah.
But those times when I was staying on campus just like all day, which was all the time because I had to wait for band practice and stuff like that.
yeah.
Luckily I had some connects, like I said. So there's other places outside of the cafeteria that I knew about that was like secret areas. So I did not know that the law building had its own thing, had its own
President Hall
underground
too.
thing.
President
Yep,
Halls too.
President Hall, man. Boy, they had some catfish and wings one day. I was like, man, I'm coming up here. I'm eating with the president as much as I can.
Oh, wait. Tell me this. Did everybody at HBCU have a black-owned restaurant that was damn near almost as old as the HBCU or half as old?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but they ended up
Across the
tearing it
street?
down.
I don't think
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
was
Orleans
nearby.
had the Obama breakfast. I was like, look,
You-
give me the
you know
Michelle.
what's
That's too
crazy?
much.
Ours was across the street because it was next to a speedway. By the time I
Yeah.
graduated, it turned into a chicken spot, but it had moved on campus. We called it the Grill. And then
Okay, if it
before that,
wasn't a
was
restaurant, y'all had a black-owned barbershop or salon.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's across the
Yep.
street.
Okay.
Yeah.
on campus,
We-
but yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, we had one on campus. We had a barbershop on campus, and we had a
Same.
few off campus. And then
Same.
as far as like the black owned places that's been there for like forever, we had Houston's famous Frenchie's
Frenchies,
Chicken
yeah.
until,
That Frenchies. That's the
until
Frenchies.
the
Yeah,
owner
oh,
passed,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they got into like a little debacle over like the property or whatever. So they ended up tearing the old one down and kind of making a new one, but moving it a little bit further down. And then there was another spot. There was like this burger joint, and they had like these snow cones that they would make, and it was the only place that I knew about that had the black dude. I can't remember his name, but the place was called Snow Grill. That's what I remember. And he had this
Snow
warhead
Grill,
smoke.
the Grill.
Man, when I tell you they served everything in there, and it was cheap.
You know what's
I'm
funny?
talking about a double meat patty that was thick with everything on that mug, and it cost me $7.
Damn. See,
Damn.
$7. That place was beautiful, and the only
$7?
bad side, yep, $7. And them were some big burgers, bro. Only thing bad about it was if you was a band kid like I was, you might try to shit yourself because you just decided to eat the shit before practice.
Oh man, you know, no milk, no eggs before practice. You will pass out.
Sometimes, shoot, hey,
We,
it be like this sometimes. And there's another spot called that they just finally started doing advertisement for called Cream Burger. It's like around the corner. That place has been there forever.
I think I passed by that. I drove past that a couple times.
Yeah,
We had Olean.
you use cash.
My cousin would talk about Olean's. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We had Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything. They serve everything. Like,
yeah.
And then
I ate there.
Yeah, some of the best soul food in town is right near Clark, Atlanta. Oh, I get thumbs up. Thumbs up diner. And everybody and their mom have been through there. Like, just amazing soul food. Like, some of the best mac and cheese, some of the best fried chicken. Oh my God. And it was right there. It's expensive as shit now, though. Pandemic changed everything.
I'm listening to like y'all schools, and it's crazy because y'all have like such a good surrounding supporting cast. And
oh no, it was still in the hood. It was still in the hood.
He said supporting cast.
Look, y'all had a supporting cast. I was in the middle of a cornfield. My campus was not even that big, and I was in a little buttfuck town called Zinga.
What?
Zinga?
We were Zinga. And we were across the street from another HBCU, Wilberforce. We were the only two HBCUs in Ohio. Like, so, like,
what are they been doing?
I didn't know they was across the street.
I didn't know they was across the street.
Across the street. Some of our classes was over there. They took a lot of classes at our campus, but
y'all cross registered.
But we got banned from there my freshman year. They made us do they made us have an olive branch basketball game so that we can get cool again.
You did
it. That's cold.
Man, good times. Nah, like mine was just in the middle of nowhere. Like we was in the cornfield. It was 30 minutes to get to town. 30 minutes from Columbus, 30 minutes from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So it was like,
and you know, okay, this is something I noticed about HBCUs
to leave
because I toured so many, and it's either in the hood or in the middle of nowhere, and there's really no in between. Like Howard's in the hood, Hampton's in the middle of nowhere, TSU's in the hood, PV's in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's not that far from the city, but it's also in the middle of nowhere. Morehouse, Melvin, Clark, Atlanta, Morris Brown.
That established HBCU.
I will say I learned mine and Wilberforce really was in the middle of nowhere. Underground Railroad. So it's like it was a lot of stuff going on through Ohio, like going toward the north, and
that makes sense.
That's huge.
So a lot of it was like that's why I was in a lot of cornfields. Like if you go under my school, like we used to adventure and go through the buildings and shit. It's tunnels that you can go through, and they'll take you to the waterfall in different places.
There's one in ours too.
You know what?
That's crazy.
It's something like that in the school of communications because I know you got the first floor and then you take the staircase, but you can look in the gap and see stuff down. It's like, what is down there, bro?
I know y'all have to have that mandated.
Like most HBCUs were probably like to help transport like for the Underground Railroad because it's a lot of secret tunnels under a lot of these schools and a lot of hidden areas. And when you start thinking about it and look at where the locations of some of these schools were, a lot of the travel was through those places.
Yeah, either that or like just when you think about it in the sense of creating a school for Black people, right? And in the time that these schools were established, like they weren't really trying to give us a lot of ground. So when you think about the fact that a lot of them are located in inner city or the more lesser off parts of town, like it kind of makes sense because they weren't really trying to let a lot of us be smart. So but I mean, I do think that for the most part, I feel like the neighborhoods that surround the HBCU, like it becomes a part of each other, right? Both the neighborhood is a part of that, and that's a part of the neighborhood in a sense where most people, I'm not gonna say all, hashtag not all, but most people they appreciate and they respect the atmosphere that the school has, right? And so for the most part, it is a safe haven. in a sense. Because like even when we used to venture off campus and stuff like that, even if it was a part of town we weren't supposed to be in, somebody around there, even if it's somebody who was conducting some bad business, like, y'all don't need to be down here. Y'all need to go back that way. Y'all need to head back.
Exactly.
They would look out.
The locals will look out.
Definitely. Because look,
that's some lore for y'all, chat. That's some real lore.
We was in
for
the
y'all.
middle of a lot of white stuff, and there was a lot of racism around my school. Like one year, the KKK tried to have a meeting on our campus, and they actually came and set up. We tore the campus up. Man, it was so bad, and then because it's public, the school can't. They said that school couldn't deny them, but we made sure that they was denied.
So what I'm hearing is history repeats itself, and now they try to come to our school and debate us.
Basically,
hey, we don't want no parts of that. Y'all go over there and debate y'all selves. Like,
we already in the cornfield. We don't bother y'all. Most we do is go to the mall and Walmart, and then we come right back to campus.
I was like, just to piggyback off of what Boone said. I'm under the old saying that it takes a village to raise a child. So by the grace of God, a lot of my family are actually extended family as well through the church. So a lot of the surrounding neighborhood around TSU is a lot of my church family. You know, so if I didn't have if I needed some place to go rest in between, class and before I go to practice, I have, basically a woman that I would claim as a grandmother. All I gotta do is walk down the street from the band hall, go right to the house, take a nap. That's it. And then I had other family there. You need parking?
Amazing moments right there.
Yeah, I had
village.
Man, I can't thank God enough for all the connections and stuff and the people that was here to take care of me, man. I cannot. Man.
Steering the convo back to homecoming.
Could have got us where we were.
100%. Like getting back to homecoming, I do want to know what y'all favorite homecoming event was. Mine personally was the hip hop concert.
We didn't have a concert. Step show for me.
When I was there, I would say it'll be in 2014 when Big Crit came, because man, that was probably it was him and 2 Chainz that was just like the best performance to me at the time. And they really had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And I know you don't have this as a question, but my least favorite performance was Migos. Nothing against take off my dude. But
some of y'all celebrities that y'all know have gotten booed at HBCUs.
Yo,
before they were big,
you know what's crazy?
Since I didn't really have no homecoming events, can I just bring up Spring Fest? It's like a spring homecoming.
I love
100%. Spring Fest is lit.
That's part 2.
My junior year, we had an all-white party that was hosted by DJ Drama, Yo Gotti came, and Travis Porter, all in the same week. Like,
boy,
it was a 3-day weekend of greatness. Like, when nigga.
Hold on, I want to, because okay,
the DJ Drama brought Gucci. Oh my god,
man.
For me, I would say
acting like I just don't care.
I'd have to split mine in one for undergrad, one for postgrad. Like, so undergrad, I would definitely say the step show. Definitely step show, especially after crossing and then being a part of like putting everything together. So just the anticipation of it coming, and what your show was gonna look like, right? And it's just like having that pride, like, no, we about to bust their ass. Like, our shit about to look so much fucking better than everybody else. So that's definitely undergrad, but postgrad is the tailgate.
Yeah,
I love the tailgate, boy.
I feel like tailgate was the default for most of us at this point. It's just like, man,
everybody.
I gotta touch on something Casey said earlier, and how some of your favorite artists got booed at our HBCU before they made it big. Y'all won't believe who we booed. Y'all will not believe
Drake.
If you say J. Cole,
I wish it was Drake. I wish we booed Drake. We booed Kendrick Lamar.
Evil.
Section 8 Kendrick Lamar. Section 8 Kendrick Lamar. I shit you not. K Dot open for Future. And people, so we do this thing at Morehouse. I didn't do it, by the way. I was a fan at this point. We take our keys out and shake our keys at people in disgust. That's what we do at Morehouse. They did that to Kendrick Lamar. I was embarrassed. Keisha was embarrassed. My best friends around me, we was just embarrassed. Mind you, I graduated. So this is my first year back. Someone just was like, come through. I got a ticket for it. I'm like, all right, bet. We booed Kendrick Lamar. I couldn't believe it. And then the very next year, everybody was a fan. I was like, nah, you was booing. I looked in the crowd. I was calling people out on Twitter. I was like, you keyed Kendrick Lamar, bro. Don't go get away from me with this bullshit.
I remember you.
Hey, them kids,
Yeah,
the worst
I'm looking in the crowd. I'm just
we
like,
used to blow teams out in basketball, and you just hear that shing, 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 shing.
That's
The
terrible.
whole
That's
stadium. Like,
absolutely
For,
terrible.
for us, we were the rattlers, we were snakes, so we would hiss. We would go, so you hear a bunch of
That's
crazy.
hilarious.
and shut you up. So we'll just keep doing it till you shut up. Like,
Hey, look, I got one. So
them kids got obnoxious.
I got one. So during basketball season, right? Actually, this is a moment that actually went viral and made it to ESPN. I think it was that night we had Bama State that we was playing, and there was another night that we had Florida Gators that we was playing, and we blew out Florida. They was pissed, but we also blew out Bama State that year. I think it was 2016, and we have this thing to where the DJ, he'll put on the track, go sit down, what? Go sit down, what? Everybody just be jumping all on the court and everything. And I got one of my homeboys, I grew up and known since freaking elementary. He be making these weird faces and stuff, and he just like a funny, weird dude. His behind all of his stances and stuff, they going viral on ESPN along with everything. I promise to God, y'all can look this stuff up. It's still there. Stephen A. Smith was talking about it.
I mean,
Bro, we
And
had
for
we had
me-
some time.
and for me, I don't have one event, but I would say what I always have to hit: step show, comedy show, hip hop concert, in the game,
Yeah.
tailgate. Like you
When
said.
Bro, when I tell you, I
comedy
wish I had a chance to hit that stuff.
comedy.
I was
shows
in
hit.
band practice.
We had some really good performances.
Oh
comedy
my
shows.
gosh,
Like,
the comedians
before
have
they
been
blew up,
stepping up going to these HBCUs.
like before even they blew up, because like I
Man.
remember when Kevin Hart came through and he was really, really good.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
when D-Ray Davis came through. Obviously, like Chico Bean is from Winston. He went to Winston-Salem State, right? And I remember like what's old buddy that run with him on 85 South?
DC Young Fly.
DC Young
Uh,
Fly. When he came through, that man had everybody crying laughing.
Same.
Like, that man
Same.
is truly hilarious,
Same.
right? So like to be able to see a lot of the people before they get big, and you can really like respect like the work that they put in, and some of them cats are like truly hilarious. Like I don't know about you, cause y'all sound like y'all mean as hell. We ain't never really boo a lot of people because maybe we just had good selections on shows and stuff. But like we enjoyed
That's cool,
ourselves,
man.
bro.
I don't know what
We
it
had
was.
main
but
character.
that was the first time we
Whole
really
crowd
booed
had
anybody.
syndrome.
Like, like we had Lil Wayne, Rick Ross come through, Lupe Fiasco. That's probably my
We
favorite
had
concert.
good people.
Yeah, like, but
It's a
Kendrick
part of artist
Lamar.
development. It's
I
a
was
part
like-
of artist development. They come there, they think they shit. You're not the shit yet. Like, you
Right.
get booed. You
It's-
get your
it's
little lick,
crazy.
you come back and be great. That's what it is. Like,
All right, I want to move on to some nerdy shit.
that's good.
Yay.
Like, it's blurred time for real. So like, when did you find the blurs at your school? Like the people that was like, yeah, these are my guys. These are who I'm gonna play games with. These are who I'm gonna play cards with. Like, like we will really nerd out, like introducing you to new anime you never even heard of, type of thing. Like, when did that happen for you? Was it freshman year, sophomore year? Like, is your hand up?
My hand is up too, sir.
Instantly.
My hand's up too.
Texas, go ahead, go first, bro. You got it. You put your hands up and everything.
That hand went up fast.
He been
enough.
waiting. He been waiting to talk about this.
Because y'all know I was gonna touch on it earlier. So man, let me see what we got here. Well, to begin with it, let's say I had probably about a good 4 or 5 groups.
Solid
Man, it's
switch.
crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like now I think about it, because like my best friends that I met, we go to the Newman Center. There'll be like a hideout from everybody from the student center and stuff like that. We'd have our own little private area where we just meet up. We do homework or whatever. Wait till everybody else get there. But in the meantime, we'd be like, hey, we're gonna play WWE 2K. Let's see, Roman Reigns gonna take out the day or something like that. And then, we have our little moments there. And then I have another group at the student center, right? We play pool, dominoes, and all that. But then when stuff get real, we're like, hey, my nigga, we're gonna beat. Like, what you want to do? You want to get on that Tekken, bro? You want to get on that Tekken? Like, hell yeah, let's get on that goddamn Tekken. Let's go. We had like 2 screens, one for the Xbox side, one for the PlayStation side, till somebody decided that they left the game door open and they stole a PlayStation and the Xbox. So we was left without a PlayStation and the Xbox for like maybe a year or two. But that's when we had like a little tournaments and stuff and all that kind of stuff. And then I had the communications building. We had our own little group there until like somebody just had the wise idea from the music department. That was my other group to just create this gaming nerd group or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but they created a group.
Love that.
I was part of the first club presentation for that, and meeting other like-minded nerds and things like that, trying to correlate gaming events. But the only downside about it was I don't think they were serious as I would want them to be to like help grow the club, because it just, instead of it being like a nerd thing and like everybody cool with each other, it turned into like a Love and Hip Hop BET edition. That's what it felt like. And I was like, man, let me just go ahead, just like kind of just shift my way above and away. But I ended up coming up with an idea to help like push everything along so that we can have like some kind of a tournament based thing to come. But it seems like now that idea has actually made fruition, and now TSU has a gaming team now. So
esports. Esports is big at the HBCUs now. I love it.
Big. And I'm glad that I was like able to like say, hey, I got a blueprint for this. I had a blueprint for that thing since 2016. Somebody actually decided, hey, we're gonna do this. It's not in the exact way that I was thinking about it, but it was some of those ideas that was taken and they pieced it together and made something. So
love that.
I'm your originator, my niggas.
Go ahead, Boom.
Daddy's home.
For me, instantly, like I remember when I went to orientation, and I remember I ended up meeting which would be my first roommate at orientation, and I didn't know it at the time. And then like when we actually came first week of school, we show up and stuff like that. And I remember the minute when he was sitting on the bed and I came in and he's pulling out his Xbox, and I was like, a word? And he was like, you cool with that? And I said, my nigga. And I pull out the PS3. He's like, bro, we in there. He's like, we in there, dog. So from that moment, like we already knew like we was good. And it was funny because we low-key had in the dorm we were in, no air conditioning in the dorm we were in, right? So we ended up actually getting one of the rooms that used to be the prior
one dorm, yeah.
We ended up getting one of the rooms that used to be the prior RA's room. So all the RA's rooms, they had window units, they had window air conditioning units in their rooms. They were the only rooms that had those, and we ended up getting one of those. So everybody on our floor used to come to our room and stuff like that. So everybody was in there because we was gaming. Plus, it was cool. It was the coolest room on the floor, right? Both literally and proverbially. So, and then like even throughout like sophomore and junior year, like there was the game room. It was a known place. Like you could go in there and they had all the different consoles. You could play spades in there. You could play pool in there. You could play ping pong. You could do anything you wanted to do in there. So that was like the other space where I met so many different people. And so we would literally go from one room to the next. It was like there was 3 different rooms. When you first walk in, all the consoles were in there. Then on the left side, you go in there. That's where the ping pong tables were. That's where the pool tables were. You go on the right side. That's where all the chairs were. That's where we play in the spades. So you could literally go from one space to the next, to the next, to the next, and anything gaming wise, you're gonna find it in there. And so that was my safe haven. I don't know if y'all saw King of the Misfits in the chat earlier, but he said Game Room Legend. Like that's where I met.
I did see that.
A lot of the people that I was friends with, or a lot of people that I built connection with, came from the game room. Like me and King of the Misfits, he was literally the second person that I met at Winston-Salem State. I've known that man almost 20 years. Literally the second person that I've met, and we've been friends ever since. So
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, W.
Got the homies in the chat.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Much like I have to like say exactly what Boom Power Surprise said instantly. The band, instantly, that's the nerdum. Everyone likes to forget because at the drumline, actually nerd. We're band kids, we're stuck together. Y'all don't see us in the fall. 2 weeks in the middle of the summer, y'all don't see us until the end of the fall, end of the winter break or whatever.
Only thing you see is them jumpsuits and the shirts.
Running. Well, you see white shirts running to the cab, running down the field, and you see us
in boots.
Man, and then after that, like I came to FAMU during summer break, so like summer orientation, and then getting immediately into like the gamer friends. We ran Rock Band, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Guitar Hero to the ground. That's how I fell in love with my favorite game, Assassin's Creed. I was at one of my freshman brother's house. He was like freshman sec. I don't know that about that. Like your freshman class has a section leader. He had Assassin's Creed. He was like, and I was like, and he went to go do something. I was like, and I got stuck. It became my favorite franchise.
You said your class of 2014, so that had to be like
08 is my freshman class.
2.
Yeah, 08 is my freshman class, but 14 is when I graduated.
So yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, that era. Yeah.
So that's what made me love that franchise. I'm still rocking with it now, even though it's not as kind to me.
Believe me, I feel you on that. We gonna get to mine in a minute, but Law, what you got, bro?
And I love Rock Band, bro. My books just went out.
When did I find it?
Where'd you find the blurs?
Honestly, well, yeah, I was just putting pieces together. It wasn't out loud exactly. Had to be that freshman week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was fortunate enough to be a freshman, and I was in the honors dorm, so that it sparked it a little bit, but in some ways, I think I was still so much of an athlete. I ain't really like dive into it, but I knew I had my moments of the shit that I liked. Like I was an anime manga read. Like I was reading One Piece. When I got to school, it was time skip. So the whole time I was the whole time I'm in my freshman year, remember it went on the hiatus until October. So my One Piece brain was like, what the fuck? I can't read nothing. There's nothing going on. I was mad. I'm like, Oda, what is going on, bro? And it distracted that whole first week. And I was mad because I just read Marineford. And then I remember I told you I was surprisingly stuck at school. I didn't know. Literally that day, we went to Walmart. I bought a laundry hamper. I bought a refrigerator and a TV. That's all I had.
Oh, man, you got me thinking about like, y'all remember before manga and anime clubs got popping like now? Like they got no funding from the student affairs office. Now they get a lot of funding and they get big
wasn't
ups,
nothing. But when I found everybody that I want to say like near the end of freshman week, my mom brought my Xbox and all my stuff down from home because I wasn't able to go back and get my stuff. So she had to pack everything and bring it. And when she brought it, I had my Xbox. And when I started unpacking stuff, I had everything set up. And I was the only freshman with their own room. Niggas hated me. And I was in the honors dorm. So they was like, how he got an RA room by himself? I had it set up. I had a couch and everything. But I used to leave my door open. And when I used to play my game on the speaker, they used to hear like Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed, and people would just come by my room like, "What you playing?" Like Call of Duty, and they was like, "For real?" And then that's when we started going into the lobby, like our dorm lobby, and we would bring all our TVs and we would do the system link. We would just sit there and play Halo and Call of Duty all day, and that was when I met that's when I was like, oh, it's more people that play shit like me. Then I found out more people play Mortal Kombat. I was in heaven then. I was like, oh my gosh, it's more people. Then I met my homie that read manga. And we sat there and we talked about One Piece until like 4 a.m. and how upset we were that we was at school and it wasn't a new chapter. And we found out that the hiatus lasted until October. We were so upset.
Chad, this is what we call finding your tribe. Everybody found their tribe. And the way I found mine was I was big into Halo. I wanted to go pro in Halo going into college. Because, I had to go to college. But, Halo 2 was still the game at the time. So I came on campus determined to go to every single dorm on campus and beat the best player. And that's exactly what I did. Mind you, it was crazy because we could hook our Xboxes up to the Ethernet ports in our room and just do local games. So we'd have 16 people games, just room to room. And I remember somebody yelling because I had we did a free for all and I outscored everybody by 17 or something like that. And they was like, who the fuck is Jay Money? And I came in the room, was like, you rang? It was like, nah, you gotta get out the game, bro. You too good at this, bro. You gotta get the fuck out. They kicked me out the dorm. They kicked me out their dorm. And they said, you can't play no more, bro.
They did that to me on Gears.
They did that.
Why you wall bouncing? What the fuck, bro?
See, if you was good at Gears, you was different.
They did that to me in the student center.
But I found my tribe that way. I earned a lot of respect that way because I literally marched in every dorm and was
look,
like, I'm the man, and you'll learn today. And just to kind of go into the other questions about the nerdy shit, like, you know, did y'all do or have any like events like that? Like, we had a Smash tournament on campus that I ran when Brawl came out. We did that one time, and then you know, those are probably the two nerdiest things I did. But I also picked up anime like heavily. Like, I got into the whole big three and, you know, everything my freshman year. So I pretty much binged and caught up to everything at that point. So, you know, they told me what sites to go to, watching, you know, the YouTube video of each episode in 3 parts, stuff like that. So, I mean, like, what did y'all pick up while y'all was there? What was the nerdiest shit y'all did? Like, did y'all play Magic the Gathering? Did y'all like go to conventions, stuff like that? I'm good.
Shit
Yeah.
while I was there.
Yeah, just while you was there. Did I cut out for a minute?
Yeah.
You did for a little second.
But I heard the
didn't know
question
if it
though.
was me.
Okay.
I
Because it
heard
was
nothing.
clear on stream, but it wasn't clear in here.
Got
Discord, bro.
Yeah.
But
What's that question again?
Basically, you know, did you pick up any like nerdy habits, something you weren't doing before? Like, I picked up anime. What's the nerdiest shit you did in college? Like, you know, I ran a tournament and the whole like campaign I went on to defeat every Halo player. And stuff like that.
I don't think I picked up anything nerdy because I was already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I went to a suburban high school, it kind of made it easier for me to like a lot of the stuff that I liked. Because if I was going to school in the hood, I would have got in fights because niggas wouldn't have liked it. It just, I'm gonna just be front. Like, you would look at One Piece, I guarantee you one of my old teammates would be like, "What the fuck you watching, bro?" Like, then they gonna say something, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, okay, bro." Like, so I think it made it easier for me to embrace the things that I liked because we had a video game club at my high school. We had all of those things like manga clubs and stuff. So I was able to embrace it and actually appreciate it a lot more. So when I did go to my school, it was already a part of me. And I would say the things that I would say probably like, I guess will be is like we set up the game room. Like, it wasn't no game room on campus. Like, we had people donate Xboxes, PlayStations. We had a pool table. We had like a card table because people liked Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. So they had those. But we had set up a whole game room in the student union. We asked them, we was like, who uses this room? Because I told you I was a tour guide. So me being over the tour guides, I was able to go to a lot of people's office. I'm like, what do we use this room for? They was like, oh, it's nothing. It's just next to the auditorium. Like, if need a dressing room or whatever they need. I was like, can we make it a game room, like for the union? Like, y'all got a pool table in here that nobody used. Like, like, what are we doing? Like, they was like, well, that means we'll have to get students to work it. And I was like, we have work study. Like, y'all have people that work in the union that just sit in the office. They can just sit in the game room. Like, it's not that difficult. And then they ended up having people donate like Xboxes and PlayStations and all the little board games and stuff. And then it became a game room. And yeah,
that's the type of shit I like to hear. Pioneer shit.
I agree 100%. Like, for me, it was more or less the same thing. Like, I wouldn't say I really picked up any nerdy habits from school, but I think I just found more people who were doing the same things that I was doing. So if anything, I just felt more comfortable doing it in a public space. Because like when I was younger, you know, I was the kid who kind of stayed inside a little bit more. I still went outside, but you know, I was still very much a nerd. You know, I lived in the hood a lot of the time, so I wasn't running the streets. I was inside watching Dragon Ball Z, right? I was inside playing my game and stuff like that. So being able to go to college and just find more people who was like, oh, y'all do this too? I bet. Well, we can just all do this together at the same time. We ain't got to worry about nothing else. So that's mainly what it was for me.
Love to hear that.
I'll say for me, it's pretty much the same thing. Just like they said, it's the same thing. Cause like if I wasn't on the road, you know, with the band and stuff like that, like me and my best friends, we would get together at the Newman. And, you know, we'll try to catch up on like, you know, Dragon Ball or, you know, some different, like outlandish, kind of like, you know, Godzilla or something, you know, because one of my best friends, he's like literally, he wasn't lying. He the #1 Godzilla fan or whatever. Man, he wasn't playing. We got to a fight about it. I'm just like, dang, you real serious. I was like, okay. So yeah, but then like, you know, when we were, oh, well, I wouldn't say when but it was mainly me because I was the only band person that was in my group. when I was on the road with the band, you know what I'm saying? That was my other group that I failed to mention. My bad, my crab brothers and sisters. But we'd have things like let's say if we traveling from here all the way to like Alcorn or something like that. Sometimes somebody will bring a PlayStation or Xbox and then they set it up in the hotel room.
Yeah, boy.
Or
Man,
if
run
that
the
didn't
gauntlet.
happen, yeah, because like during that time when I was in the band, during that time the Nintendo DS, the DS Lite, and I think the 3DS, all those things were still popular, and the PSP. But nobody really was able to have a PSP, so we'll have like people in there, maybe like I think how many was it that could play Mario Kart at the time? I can't remember. But
He was like 12.
Wow.
yeah. So we'll have I think probably maybe about 4 DSs on the trip while the band director got band clips playing on the TVs and stuff like that in the bus. We just be sitting there in the back of the bus like, hey, take a shot. I come get your ass beat.
The handhelds.
Boy, band people like to drink, boy.
Man, boy, y'all just don't know the half of it, bro.
And fraternities and sororities love partying with us because
Bro,
Yeah, we having the
because
drink.
everybody think
Look.
bands are just geeks and nerds,
Before-
bro. Y'all don't know about them hood bands like the ones that I
oh
was
my
in.
god.
Everybody pack a
Look.
pistol, bro.
Yes. You ever had that one
Hey,
crab,
look,
that one freshman brother, crab brother that you have to tell him to
crossed,
get out
I
the
became a
streets?
turtle, so I
Man,
was
leave the
always
streets
with my
alone.
band.
Hey, I'm a turtle too.
Oh Lord, here we go. Oh no.
I'm a P5. I'm a P5 and I'm a turtle.
Oh no. For those of you who don't know, chat, the turtles
Yeah,
are basically
P5H.
just
The
they the
turtles
drinkers.
are
They the
alive.
real drinkers on campus, bro. Like you cannot outdrink them. Do not try. Like you might die.
You a turtle?
Yeah, I'm a
Man.
turtle.
You owe me a shot. You bet your sweet ass I am.
Oh, yeah, you bet your sweet ass I am. Damn.
Oh no.
It's been so long. I forget. Oh man. But
That's
for
crazy.
me, one of the I guess it's kind of cool, but it was nerdy. Like once you know, because they're really into like tech and technical stuff.
Mhm.
I went to a cipher and then I got into like break dancing, and then from there I got into parkour. People find that cool, but it's like a lot of technical stuff and you know to do it.
Wait, parkour.
Hey.
You did that?
Sure.
Yo.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
You jumping off the shit?
That's crazy.
Can I do it now? I didn't say I could do it now, but back then, yeah. Like I wasn't great. I wasn't like between buildings, but I did some little dangerous stunts.
I
you know?
mean,
I'll
Doing
expect you to
any
jump
of it.
off your chair during your stream one of these days, bro.
One of the breakdancing kids,
jumping
he
over
was.
a park bench is amazing to me. Like,
I will say that the breakdancing thing was at my campus. One of the kids he told me to go across the tracks to FSU, and that's where I met up with the poor kids. And they would
That's
go,
crazy.
going for yeah.
Huh.
That's crazy.
I know,
Just
right?
reminded me
Communities
of-
within communities. Am I right, chat?
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be like that.
Bro.
It was just random. And of course, when I got into my studies of like engineering, I learned how to solder, and then I went around asking DJs, hey, do y'all have any? Because some of them had like cheap gear, so I would have like solder joints and stuff like that. Golfing, one of my teachers got me into golfing. My dad
I want
used
to
to
get
golf.
into golfing.
I suck.
My granddad used to golf, and he passed now, but we always said we was gonna go. So now I really want to do it because I can't do it with him now. So now I really just want to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
I only did like
Feasible.
shooting ranges. I didn't play like a full game.
Yeah.
Look,
Look, I just want to swing at some shit, and maybe one day meet a doctor on the field, be like, "Oh yeah, that's my mentor now."
Top golf, and you can get drunk. I guess I owe you a drink there.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
for
make
sure.
that happen. Shit. Hey, Top Golf. Love Top Golf.
Man, y'all just had me thinking about like my first geek moment.
oh man, look at here.
It was when Super Smash Brothers came out. And
Bro?
my dad had a girlfriend at the time. Nah, the original.
Oh,
He had a
okay.
girlfriend at the time. And
Huh?
she had a son. And I remember he had Smash Brothers had just came out, and I never seen it played. Like I never seen it. So it was just a new game. And I'm like, oh dang, it's that game. And then he had everybody unlocked. And I remember they was playing in it was Saffron City map. And you know when the Pokemon come out the little tunnel. And I remember somebody was using Pikachu. I was like, oh, this that game. It was like Pika, Pika. And then everybody in the room just looked at me. They was like, who the fuck is this little nigga? Like, at that moment, that's what I was like.
Hey, yo.
Damn, I'm a geek for real. And I just every Pokemon that came out, I would do their sound because I loved Pokemon. I was like coughing, and I'm like,
it was like, it was like whoop-de-doo.
I'll never forget that look because I was just standing there and they was all older than me. I'm like 8. And they just looking at me and they was like, the fuck?
He was 8 though. Like, of course you was like, come on, man. The hell would never judge your ass. So I would have.
They like, to them, I'm just a new little kid. They like, who the fuck is this little kid? Like, they on 11 and 12. They like, who the fuck? Like, we know who it is. You ain't got to mock all the Pokemon.
Right.
I'm just like, it's fucking fight with Pikachu. Like, y'all not getting this? Like,
Right.
I remember I used to be upset. I used to argue with people older than me on that game. Like, why I can't play Charizard?
That was me on Halo.
He's not in the game.
I used to be bad. I was like, name it. I'm on Mewtwo. You're not there.
You're not in the game.
And my dad used to mute me up and tell me world trash. He's like, son, you cuss like a 2-year-old. Come here, let me say this. Like, and unmute me.
Not him teach you how to talk trash. You gotta love that.
No, my dad taught me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I learned from my grandpa how to cuss. So when Halo 2 came out and I was online gaming in my living room, because that's where the internet box was, they was like, who taught you to cuss like that? Like, I would look at my aunt like, yo, daddy did. Like, what you mean?
Look, my favorite phrase is I'm better. And I got that from my dad because he used to hoop. And when I was little, that's all he used to say. Like, he'd dunk on somebody, be like, I'm better, nigga. I'm better. And ever since then, that was my go-to. This is anytime if I stun on you, I'm better.
Mm-hmm.
That cut like skill. That cut like skill issue or get good.
Get good was mine. I would love saying get good.
Make you want to
like, get good, kid.
Hey,
get good,
hey, this mine right here.
So you mean I'm not good? Like,
this mine right here.
No, I gotta fight.
Like you really want to cut into somebody? Say I'm better at life than you, nigga. Like that's mine.
About
look.
that I'm better.
Hey,
you
look.
say I'm better and put anything after it.
I swear.
Mm-hmm.
But that just saying life, man, just that stuff cut so deep. Cause look, how I got that is because there was this confession time.
We doing confessions.
Oh, Lord, here we
doing
go.
confessions. So
HBCU after dark. HBCU after dark.
Oh no, hold on. Like, that's not the type of program.
Change your classification. Click that mature button right there.
18 plus.
So back in maybe my freshman or sophomore year in high school, this was probably like when Modern Warfare 2 came out. There was a website that was called I don't know if they was even shooting like messages like this on Xbox 360 at the time, but on PS3 somebody had introduced me to this website called Gamer Saloon. And I used to be into like doing the pros and stuff. I actually had major teams at the time reach out to me, but I didn't know how to tell my parents about it. So I just say, fuck that. I ain't feel like doing it. Especially because I actually did give a chance and like read one of their contracts. I'm not even gonna say specifically who. I'm not gonna say. But I didn't like it. I say fuck that. Because they just want you to eat, sleep, breathe, video games, and stay in one apartment all together practicing. Can't go outside, can't do nothing. They make your meals for you. I was like, man, fuck that.
Yeah,
anyway,
so you gotta dedicate.
Exactly. I was like, man, look, I got girls to get, I got this and that, like leave me alone.
Look,
Anyway.
let me tell you.
Exactly. So the Gamer Saloon thing, how I came up with the quote, I beat this 40-year-old dude out of $300.
Not you taking
and it was
money.
double. Oh yeah, it was double. It was double.
40-year-old bills and hardships.
40-year-old bills. Hell yeah, I snatched that shit. It was double.
He
so
woke
technically,
up that morning was probably like, all right, I'm about to go.
His old lady cussed him out.
For sure. 100%.
Exactly.
His old lady cussed him out.
We played on Scrapyard. I forever remember it. This is why I go so hard on my content now, because I was like, I embarrassed this dude so bad. My money was double, so we each bet 300. Of course, I didn't have 300, but I ended up getting that double, so it came out 600. And my last kill was a throwing knife to his head across the map. This is why I go so hard. Like I said, he was like, "Man, you little shit, give me my fucking money back." I said, "Man, you just hate because I'm better at life than you buy."
Ooh, I hate
Mic drop.
I'd hate to see TX in a dark alley at a dice game.
Right.
Complete, boy, man.
You wanna know what's crazy?
That's the origin of my pettiness.
They be talking about like the game chat back then and now. Like,
it was unfiltered.
We were the reason why the game chat was like that then. The adults didn't even like us. And then now, we're the reason that it's like that now, and the adults or the kids don't like us.
Nobody.
Oops, I see Texas Hammer in the chat. She just heard my toxic story. Oh, snap. She gonna hold it on my head. Oh.
That's gonna be fun for you.
Texas Hammer.
You have fun with that.
Yeah.
She gonna hold it on my head forever now.
We go get into
extra E's on V. I gotta be V.
You gotta watch out for them.
Hammer.
We go get into some of the final questions before we wrap up. One of the ones I want to ask is, if you could do it all over again, would you still pick your HBCU?
Yes. Next question.
Yes.
Okay.
Next question.
I knew what the answer was going to be before I asked the question.
I love my HBCU, but I will say I wish I experienced more HBCUs.
Yes, I'm trying to travel them now.
I wouldn't have been like so short-sighted. Like not that I wouldn't. I don't think I would have made a different decision because my cousin went there and that was really a big part of it. But I feel like if I was just exposed to more and like had more knowledge, which I got being the tour guide, which helped. It was like, oh dang, I'm learning more history about my school. Let me learn about these other schools, because now I'm just visiting these places and actually we collaborating. So I wanted to be more knowledgeable in that aspect, but I wouldn't have changed it. But I wish I had more knowledge about it.
And just from this conversation, we've been talking about gaming and content creation. I think that alone, gentlemen, will carry us back to our HBCU in some capacity. And I just wanted to encourage each other and lift each other to keep going.
Hey, we locked in at this point.
For sure.
This like our crossing day.
I gotta say, there's a lot of us out there in this space.
Information we just spit.
Like there's people in the chat. Like if you went to an HBCU in the chat, let us know where you went. But like it was a lot of people I could have picked for this. Like I could do it like part 2, part 3 of this with a completely different group. Like it's a couple of folks. So
which HBCU university? What? I'm sorry.
So I actually like just an offshoot. It's not even it's kind of on top, but it ain't. But at the same time, if you do a future episode, I hope that you find somebody from Morris Brown after it got resurrected.
I know someone. He marched with me.
I know some folks. I don't know if they stream, but they are in the esports. They're part of the esports program.
Ooh.
So
hello.
Yeah, he crossed there and he started as fresh bruh with me. He left and then he was like, "Oh man, I can't sit on my ass," and he finished. Yeah.
I'm prepared.
Not screaming demons. Y'all know nothing about that. So chat, just chill out. Y'all, matter of fact, since we talking about HBCUs, I be doing HBCU segments band for band. I be going putting up HBCU bands and I just run the tapes. Y'all join me one time.
Casey do put on hard.
If you need a review partner, let me know. Look, I had a podcast on.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it.
And that's something that I did.
We love this.
Let's get some collabs going.
I'm definitely about that, bro. I could definitely do that. I'm already still connected, man. Just let me know. I'm definitely about that life.
Are y'all gonna steer y'all kids towards HBCUs?
Heck yeah. Instantly. I know everybody got an issue with financial aid. That's just what it is. That's just gonna be another thing that they got to cross into. It's what it is. Matter of fact, I think that's the first thing everybody crossed. Financial aid.
Honestly.
Oh my God.
I said I was, but I don't think I don't think I'll do it to influence them. I just want to give them the knowledge so that they can make their own decision. Because I was able to make my own decision about my school.
That too.
That's what I love. Like my mom talking to me like, so what you thinking about with school? What do you want to do? Like going into school, I was going to be a computer science major. Like I wasn't drafted in engineering. Like I was in strict STEM only in high school. So going and being able to make my own decision, like it made me feel like I had more freedom in a way, but also it felt like I made the decision for myself because nobody gonna live the life I'm about to live. And I don't want to feel like, I don't want my kid, if I'm blessed to have one, like to feel like, oh no, I wasn't here because my dad said or because my mom made me or any of that. I want you to have the knowledge so that you can be like, oh yeah, I like that. I want to do that. Right. Oh, but this school got this. Maybe I want to do this. And like, I want you to be able to put that piece together for yourself. Now I'll give you the information to help you, and that's just the therapist side of me. I'm gonna give you the breadcrumbs, but I want you to be able to do what you have to do to make your life better. Because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna live your life. I can't take the steps you're taking. Like, you ain't gonna never walk in my shoes. So walk in your own shoes and build your own legacy while following another.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I agree with that 1,000%. I think for me, it's because I have a daughter, right? I think that I'm not necessarily going to push her towards an HBCU, but I have a perspective that I can now better represent HBCUs in that conversation, like allowing her to make her own decision, giving her the full spectrum versus what most of us probably got, which was a very curated perspective. You know, growing up, a lot of people either don't talk about HBCUs or they're not well represented, or there might be a negative light around them, right? So, but being able to remove that stigma and say, hey, this is an option, you know, especially based on what it is that you want to do. What does that look like? What can you do? Where can you go? And then especially, I mean, if we can be honest with it, there's a lot of black people who have gone to HBCUs, especially in STEM, that do very well for themselves, that are very underrepresented. Like I think that's one of the biggest spaces where a lot of people don't realize. It's a lot of HBCU graduates that are very well off, very well off.
And more than you would ever think.
More than you think. So like,
That's
don't be underplaying them. Don't be underplaying black people in the spaces that we create.
Exactly.
You gotta think about it, they get some of the top percentile in that area just for being black. So imagine go to another school, they outclassing a lot of people.
I can speak to that.
Nesby itself.
I can speak to that personally because I work in tech, and you know I make a decent amount. Like, you know, I will admit that. And I went to Morehouse College, and there's not a lot of us in that space. But you know, we always go find our people. So, you know, but we're in the rooms. Like, you know, people like Morehouse is getting this money, Howard's, because we in these rooms, we not afraid to go to the higher ups and be like, hey, you need to pay attention to my alma mater. You need to pay attention to this school because they doing good things. It won't even just be Morehouse with me. I'll talk good about FAM, Howard, Hampton, TSU, both TSU, like any of them. I'm in the room talking. I'm like, you need to pay attention because you're missing out on some crazy talent, and it's gonna make you look good. Like, so like I speak their language, so I feel you 100% on that. Boom,
gotta speak that money on to them.
Speak that money on to
you with like speaking them and being more vocal about it, because you can have your pride in your own, but everybody not gonna travel to where you travel. So why not tell them about another place that's probably closer? Like, true, I don't know if I would have traveled all the way down to Atlanta, but I had Central State that was right here. And then I learned that Michigan had one. It was a business school that was a HBCU that shut down. They actually reopened it, and I was like, damn, that was in Michigan. Like, I never knew. But that's stuff I learned being in school, but also knowing that it's in that region and knowing that it was available. Those things are important too, because you got people on the East Coast that probably not going to go to Texas Southern, or not going to go to Tennessee State, not going to go to Grambling and stuff like that. So knowing more schools and knowing more regions and knowing where your possibilities can end up, that's always a positive. And that's why I feel like the part that you're doing is always good, speaking up to other schools, because it's like, it's not all everything we talk about. Like Boom said, like everybody talk about the bad stuff. We talk about financial aid and this and that, and we complain about a lot, but our positive experience is the ones that got us where we are. Like, you having the job you got, me having the job I got, everybody doing everything that they wanted to do or went to school for. That in itself was great.
I don't want to get cast as the mean. I don't want to get cast as the mean dad in Pixar's Elemental HBCU edition. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna allow them choice, but they gonna get a couple of my money going to FAMU. Or my money going to Morehouse out of me.
Just a little. They gonna get the nudge for sure.
You telling them, you exposing them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still help them out. Let me also have to show love, because HBCU to the black people that go to these PWIs and do their thing and join the Black Student Union. I'm married to. I couldn't see myself doing that. And although we give each other slack and throw shade at each other all day, every day, it's love.
Yeah,
because we all got the same objective.
It's still black excellence, regardless of how you put it.
Yeah,
I will say, like for me and my wife talk about this all the time, because she went to CAU, I went to Morehouse. It's like, of course we go try to take them to a few homecomings, introduce them to people that went to, Howard and TSU and everything like that. Like, they gonna know their legacy, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be their decision. They gonna know it's their decision. Except the only thing, you cannot go to Tuskegee. I'm sorry, I'm just, I'm just playing. They can go if they want.
Tuskegee, fight back.
if they do their research and they give me a good reason, I'm not gonna argue with them. It's like, they got this program, I want to do this at Tuskegee. I'm like, okay, you got it. I ain't gonna argue with you. We gonna come visit you once a year.
The airmen, Dad. The airmen.
I'm like, bet. You got it. If they even know, if they come to me and they know about the airmen and I didn't tell them, I'm gonna be like, you got it. You won.
The sunny or gray. We don't ball and parlay. Why they got a Houston song as they? You know what? That's another question for another day.
It's all cross culture. All right. We can go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. Let's do some outros, and then I want you to also, as part of your outro, elevator pitch your HBCU to the chat. Give them a reason to look at it, just look into it, things of that nature. But also tell us what you got going on in the next couple of days. Some of us going to DreamHack. Some of us might have other collabs coming up. Shout out to Blurs Unite, for the opportunity to be part of their block party. But yeah, we can start with Boom, and we'll just go down the line.
Can I join?
Me? I would say first things I want to say is as far as HBCUs, I'm never just going to blindly tell somebody to go to a certain HBCU. Every HBCU has something that they specialize in. So if it is something that you're looking forward to, look for something that you want to do and look what is going to be the best option for you. With that being said, Winston-Salem State University is probably one of the best HBCUs when it comes to nursing. So if you are looking to get into a nursing program, do that. Okay, you won't regret it. Okay, and you pretty much have a job as soon as you graduate, right there in smack dab in the middle of Winston-Salem. So just think about it. Think about it. All right, make smart decisions. Outside of that, as far as what's coming up for me, I will be at DreamHack, so I am looking forward to seeing any and everybody that is going. Not just creators, but any and everybody that's in these viewing streets. Please, if you see me, call my name. Hey, come over, hug, picture, all the good things, please. Outside of that,
where can they find you?
Where can they find me? Yes. You guys can find me on Twitch weekly on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings. I'm on every other platform as well. Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, on YouTube. All the same name, BOO or B00M POW Surprise. Hard to miss me. So just look me up, you'll find me. I'm all around.
Big ups to Boom Pow Surprise, man. Glad to have you on. Appreciate you for coming through.
Boom.
Yes,
Kaboom.
Casey, you up? What's good, Casey?
What's good? Real people, great people, y'all people. Y'all know me, y'all love me. It's Casey L. Nelson, and L is for lovely. One thing about FAMU, the College of Loveland charity, those rattlers will always strike again, whether it's on the field, off the field, in the books, and ladies, even in the, you know what it is. But I just want y'all to know that we have to match our hearts and souls together. It's not a race, it's a marathon. You can catch me on Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays, popping it on Twitch, maybe even a little clock app, maybe even a little YouTube. I'm going to be pushing harder, more to put more content out. I have some content ideas that's not necessarily stream. I might do some skits. I even got some live skit ideas. The 5 B's that we learned in the HBCU is be brief, brother, be brief. So I'm going to hold there and pass it to my next gentleman.
Appreciate you, Casey. Casey's one of the first HBCU grads I met on the platform, so I was very glad to have him on this panel.
Yeah, you were one of my first too.
Exactly, yeah. Outlaw, what's good, brother?
You said me.
Yeah.
Can't complain. No, another day, another outside now. But no, Outlaw, y'all, I'm just getting back into normal streaming. I bowl on Monday and Wednesday, so we're gonna get some bowling streams going with practices and stuff. But y'all can catch me on Monday, like mornings, like afternoonish. Thursday, we gonna have stuff going. Got the Pokemon League coming up with BU, so y'all be sure to look out for that. Come out, support, watch some of the battles when we get it started. That's some of the stuff I got going on. But also, I just want to say thank you to you for inviting me and allowing me to come here and share the space with some amazing men. Like this was fun. Like I always wanted to be on a roundtable, so I was like, yeah, you called me.
Real quick, sell your HBCU real quick.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the HBCU part.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. But my lovely alma mater, Central State University, is located in Wilberforce, Ohio. Nobody really go to Ohio, but it's a pretty cool school. I loved it. One thing I can say that's very that's I guess it's really actually amazing. We are one or of like maybe I want to at the time it was 3 schools that offered water resource management as a major. Usually it's a minor and things like that, but we offered it as a major and it was guaranteed a job. And then our engineering program is tied with the Department of Defense and right pat like the Air Force Base. So we have a lot of Air Force connections and things like that. And that's how I got into the STEM and NSBE and doing like the STEM camps with the Department of Defense. So those are some very like if you in engineering, any type of the sciences or STEM, it's an amazing place to be. Like it's really amazing. And like I took a water resource management class and I applaud anybody that's doing that. Like, because that shit was hard as hell. I thought it was about to be easy just learning about water. It wasn't. It wasn't. But that was one of the things that I felt like was really important, especially in the Black community, seeing more Black engineers and more Black people in tech. It's always a great thing. So if you're in that area or if you're looking for something that is known or has that track record, look into it.
Outlaw, appreciate you, bro. It's amazing. I didn't even know you went to a HBC. We probably talked about it before, but not in this depth. Like, so this was great. It was great having you on.
I made that,
and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate you, man.
And then we got the boy Texas Gamer. What's good?
How y'all feeling? So let's see here. What can I say? First and foremost, I appreciate you, Mr. Spartan, for letting me have this opportunity to be on this platform and just be a part of a group of like-minded fellows, because this is something that I was just like extra excited when you gave me the invitation when I had seen it in that community. I was like really happy. I was like, what? Hell yeah, I'm about to bop in that thing. Yeah, it's about to be lit. Get to make my little connections. Let's go.
Oh, we gonna do a collab with band stuff.
Oh yeah, like I'm serious.
I'm serious. I was about to announce it, but I didn't know. I didn't want to mess up your schedule.
I'm so serious. Just let me know. Let me know.
High school band, I tap in with y'all sometimes.
Look, hey, look.
There's
nothing wrong with that. You got some kind of band knowledge. You know how something should sound. Get on it, bro. Look,
I
look at
stuff.
Get some sound.
I pay attention to band stuff every day, literally all the battles. I just like before the show, I just looked at Alabama A&M and Bama State go at it. I just looked at that.
You know, you have to put on. You know, have to put on affirmation and meditation music. I put on band music. That's bad. I didn't.
He get it. He get it.
I'm in my element.
He gets it. Well, yeah. Anyways, outside of all of that stuff, what I'm saying, I'm very appreciative for you letting me come on your platform and be a part of this. I really do appreciate it. Now, as far as my HBCU, Texas Southern University, pretty much the one thing that I can definitely say is just like all the guys here agree. And I do preach the same thing to other people that's younger than me. You know what I'm saying? It's not a race, it's a marathon. You take your time. You're not competing with the person next to you. You're there for yourself. You're there for your education. You're on your own time, not theirs. So you take everything at a pace. You learn what you can learn to the best of your ability so you can be great at what you aspire to do. And if your first thing that you would like to do is not the thing that you want, like for example with me, I used to be a music major and a communications minor. I ended up switching that around because I feel like I lost out on so much time dealing with how thorough I used to be in music. I ended up switching my major and my minor around, so I became a communications major and a music minor, so that I could have a better outcome when I graduate compared to being stuck teaching music for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So my own band director told me that advice, and that's why I did it. So it's good to have that kind of connection and that that mentor in your corner. So I choose to spread my own knowledge to everyone else to let, people know it's okay to make mistakes. Don't worry about it. Just grow. Right?
I changed my major 3 times. So
Hey, look where you at now. You know what I'm saying?
They don't ask when you start.
It all happens for a
Exactly.
reason.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Look.
You go through what you got to go through. You get
Yeah.
there. Once you make it,
Look,
that's
as long
it.
as you find your path and you finish.
Yeah. Now, if you have Texas Southern on your list as a choice of school, I can guarantee you that you'll find what you need. But also, next to me being a communications major, we deal with a lot of things dealing with broadcast and stuff like that. But there's also other stuff that the school is actually also known for. We're known for having one of the best law schools in the nation. Thurgood Marshall School of Law is one of the best law schools in the entire nation. You can look this up yourself.
Vouch.
Also, we have a great pharmacy school, and we also have a very rapidly growing aviation program. Like the new president that we have just made a deal. All I know is that now we got TSU branded planes now, and I'm just like, what? Like, when we gonna get some other stuff at the communication building? But you know what I'm saying. But yeah, like it's good to see my school growing and stuff. And now, even though we've been a staple, now we have bigger eyes looking at us as a campus and whole. So we have a lot of people coming to there, like celebrities and everything. But don't come to school just for celebrities. Come for yourself, please.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Please.
And as far as my socials and stuff, if you click, if you click my Twitch name and stuff like that, I have a beacons link. It'll take you to everything that I have. Cause I know my Twitter name is kind of different because somebody took my damn Twitter name. Fuck that nigga. But anyway, I had to make it
You
all
ride
like
that Don,
Houston like.
chat.
Exactly. I was like, man, your name TS Game is 7, but you ain't got nothing but one post, bitch ass nigga. Anyway, but yeah, y'all can find me on everything: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, things of that nature. But if you're looking for me, it is TXG.AMER7. And yeah, that's pretty much all my handles. And I'm preparing myself to start migrating all of my content to like all of my other platforms. So right now I am just currently putting my post on my IG. Then I'm just trying to just, gradually grow that base. And then I'm just going to just start outputting to everything else. So I'm actually trying to consider doing figuring out like a tool on how to like push everything out at one time. Yeah, that's a difficult task, but you know what? I'm gonna figure it out. But I ain't gatekeeping because if you gatekeep, you're a bitch.
Fair enough. You let us know when you find that.
Yeah, but when I find it, when I figure it out, I'm gonna let y'all know. But I'm also representative of Black Sky Gamers, that community, the island, community, big creator, and etc. Goddamn long ass list.
Big ups though.
Man.
I'm thankful for all the spaces I'm in, and I'm thankful to be able to be a supporter and actually to be a contributor to helping others grow too. My number one thing is network, and be genuine.
Be genuine.
Please. Birds Unite then. We got more space for everybody.
You feel
exactly. Please be genuine, man. Don't be fake. Don't be no other person. Be genuine.
I'm gonna go ahead wrap this up with my part. I'm gonna do this in a couple of ways. First of all, Morehouse College. What can I say that hasn't already been said? Illustrious alumni like yourself, like me. You feel me? An amazing business department that's tapped in with multiple billion-dollar companies, multiple 500 Fortune companies. If business is your thing, Morehouse might be the place you want to be at. Second of all, Brotherhood is the only all-black, all-male university in the world. Now, you might be thinking, what do I really want to be surrounded by? A bunch of men. Mind you, Spelman's right next door. And Clark Atlanta, which is about 70-something% female, is also right next door. And you in Atlanta, which, as you know, the ratio is a little crazy here. So I don't think you have to worry about that outside the classroom. So always in the top 3 as well. Morehouse College is the place to be.
Education.
Like, you there for education. You there for education. You sound like my aunt.
Class before ass. That's what my uncle told me.
And just to sell HBCUs in general, if you want to go to college and not feel like a number, and you want to feel like everybody knows your name and looks out for you in every department, consider an HBCU. That's the big difference between us and the big, PWIs, is that you will not be just a number there. You will be somebody special to multiple people across the entire school administration and everything. And you'll be part of a huge,
they gonna know you,
amazing network, because we all look out for each other. We all might have went to different schools, but we all look out for each other. Let somebody from one of their schools come through my building, I'm gonna be like, hire that person. I guarantee it. So for those who don't know me, I'm LastBlackSpartan, nerd of all trades. You can find anything and everything about me at LastBlackSpartan.com. And I will also be a DreamHack. So looking forward to seeing some of y'all there. And that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and raid. Oh, last thing, before I even forget, thank y'all for taking the time to be part of this. This is, I don't do this very often. It's a little taxing the plan sometimes, but y'all made it easy.
Us to take the time to do this.
Yeah, the convo flowed. It went just as well as any other, and it might be one of my favorites because it was just super, super black. Like, shout out to the HBCUs, man. Know.
Anytime I agree to do something during football, I'm interested.
Yeah, my team playing, bro.
Yes.
I don't even know
I
what the
feel
score
you.
is.
Me and Texas team playing right now. So I feel you. But shout out to Blurs United as well for including me as part of the block party and featuring me as one of the featured creators.
My team ain't playing yet. We play the Steelers in a little bit, so I got time.
Good luck.
And big ups to the chat. Thank y'all for sitting around listening to us. Hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully you take something back with you.
I was riding down the highway, taking chances. Want it now and want it my way, taking chances. Just